took up so much of her time, and she was afraid the other 19 children were not getting the best of her attention. So she spoke to Jeremy's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Forrester. The Forresters, they sat in the empty classroom after school and listened as the teacher, Miss Doris, listed dozens of ways in which their son obstructed her class on a daily basis due to his condition. His being there is really not fair on the other children, was her final conclusion. There is a 5-year gap between him and the other kids, and they are being denied the opportunities to learn because of him. The Forresters were worried. Well, there are no special schools in this area, Miss Doris, said Mrs. Forrester, and we know that what a shock it would be for our son if we moved him from here. He really likes it in your class. Later that evening, Miss Doris lay in bed thinking about the Forresters, and she thought about how difficult it must be for them to care for a child with so many needs, knowing all the while that sooner or later this disease is going to kill him. As she fell asleep, she whispered a prayer to God. Please forgive me, Father, for complaining about my problems. They are nothing compared to theirs. Please help me to be more patient with little Jeremy. From that day on, she really did make an effort. She tolerated his incoherent speech. She didn't, lose her temper when he stared blankly at her instead of answering her questions. And she praised he praised him generously every time he did something right. Now, one day, in the middle of the class, Jeremy limped over to the teacher, gave her a big hug, and said in his clearest voice, "I love you, Miss Doris." The other children sniggered and laughed, but Miss Doris' heart was fit to burst with sheer joy. She didn't stop smiling for the rest of the day. Soon it was nearly time for the Easter holidays, and Miss Doris thought it would be a good idea to teach them something new, using the theme of Easter. So she gave them all an assignment, told them about Jesus and his death and the resurrection, and ended by telling them that Easter was all about resurrection and new life. For homework, she handed each child a plastic egg and told them to fill it with something that represented new life. As she handed Jeremy his egg, she noticed the all too familiar, slack-jawed, vacant look in his face. No doubt he hadn't understood a word of what she had said that afternoon. She decided she would ring his parents just so that they could help Jeremy with his assignment. The next day, Miss Doris walked into the class to find a pile of 20 plastic eggs on her desk. Suddenly, she remembered that she had forgotten to call the Forresters. Poor Jeremy would be unable to do his assignment. So, she was kicking herself as she sat down and started opening up the eggs. The first one was from Lily in the front row. It contained a flower. "Great choice, Lily," she said. "Flowers sprout at the beginning of spring, and it represents new life." Then another egg contained a paper butterfly. "Another brilliant choice," she said. "Well done, Adam," and talked about how butterflies come to life from their larvae. She picked a third egg from the pile. It had Jeremy's name on it. She opened it and realized it was empty, just as she had feared. So she set the empty egg aside and continued. "That's mine, Miss Doris. Aren't you going to open it?" Jeremy said in his clearest voice. "I'll leave it right there. I'll continue the story later." Good morning, Ghana.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM, hits 103.9 FM in Accra, on Love 99.5 in Kumasi, myjoyonline.com, in all 16 regions of Ghana on our affiliate stations. You also find us on YouTube, X Spaces, and Facebook. Coming up, over 40 illegal miners to face court today and their Chinese counterparts to be handed over to the Immigration Service.
All of them are currently in custody and will be put before the court Our initial processes will hand them over to the Ghana Immigration Service to take it up from there.
Also, Lands Minister directs Minerals Commission to rescind Akoto mining lease and also security agencies to interdict and prosecute officials caught assisting Akoto mining.
I have authorized the Minerals Commission to immediately take steps to revoke the lease of Akoto mining with immediate effect.
In business.
Well, coming up in business, government is set to engage officials of Goldfields today to ensure smooth takeover of the mine. We've had details of those stories and more coming up on the Joy Business Report.
And high expectations on healing the trade divide between Sahel states as its military leaders invited to join members of ECOWAS to mark its Golden Jubilee.
All ECOWAS heads of state have been invited for this event, including heads of state of the AES countries.
These and more coming up with me, Mami Sinyamicha Thompson. Say for details. Over 30 illegal miners, including several women, are set to appear in court today following a series of high-stakes police operations targeting galamsey activities across forest reserves. The renewed crackdown by the Ghana Police Service has already seen 47 suspects arrested in the Tanonimri forest with heavy equipment like excavators and a bulldozer seized. More arrests followed in the Subrin forest. Police spokesperson ACP Grace Ansar Kofi says district commanders have been ordered to ramp up anti-galamsey efforts, adding that foreign nationals caught in the act, especially Chinese, will be swiftly handed over to immigration.
And since 17 to date, we have arrested 47 persons in connection with these illegal mining activities. Out of these 47, 39 are Ghanaian and 8 are Chinese. We also have 4 women among the suspects. So all of them are currently in custody and will be put before the court soon. Our initial processes will hand them over to the Ghana Immigration Service to take it up from there.
Meanwhile, Lands Minister Amoah has directed the Forestry Commission and security agencies to interdict and prosecute the staff found complicit in illegal mining activities. The minister, during a briefing on Monday, cited Akoto Mining as one of the firms allegedly operating illegally and breaching its license terms.
This company has not only trespassed into protected reserves, but has become a criminal syndicate. One representative of Akoto Mining, is the liaison of these dealings. He serves as the gatekeeper, negotiating fees and granting illegal access. The concessions are then subleased to individuals like one Mr. Henry and another individual identified as Shaq, because of the active collusion and connivance of some forestry officers and some security personnel. These officers take a cut as a service charge in exchange for protection and tip-offs in the event of an impending raid. I have authorized the Minerals Commission to immediately take steps to revoke the lease of Akoto mining with immediate effect.
Meanwhile, the minority in Parliament has warned that new government policies threatens Ghana's mining sector, citing potential job losses, reduced growth and decline in foreign investment. In a statement to the Ministers for Finance and Lands and Natural Resources, the opposition described the measures, including a 3% growth and sustainability levy on gross mining volumes, as potentially dire for the economy. The letter was signed by ranking members Kojo Yankson, Kweku Amprechum Sapong and Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam, who is a former finance minister. Moving on, military leaders of Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger are expected to take part in today's ECOWAS Golden Jubilee launch in Accra later this morning. The leaders of the 3 countries, who recently withdrew from ECOWAS to establish the Alliance of Sahel States, have cited significant concerns over regional trade disruptions, concerns that also affect Ghana directly. Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa confirmed the high-profile invitation last week. The event is also to draw heads of state from all member countries and other dignitaries.
All ECOWAS heads of state have been invited for this event, including heads of state of the AES countries. You do know that because of the divorce from ECOWAS, it requires the host president to be solely responsible for that invitation. So they will come as hosts of the Ghanaian president.
Well, ECOWAS insists that the diplomatic channels remain open. Today's meeting could offer a fresh opportunity to rebuild trust and explore avenues for reintegration or, at the very least, cooperation on security and trade. Ambassador Abdel Fattah Musa is the Commissioner of Political Affairs, Peace and Security at ECOWAS.
When the G5 Sahel was created, the application by other members of the community to join were rebuffed by them, and there was very little collaboration between G5 Sahel and ECOWAS, at the time. So the trajectory that the AES has taken is not very surprising. I hope that it will be reversed, but that is the reality on the ground as far as collaboration with them is concerned.
Now, the head of Ghana's civil service, Dr. Evans Agridako, has proposed that the civil service be granted representation on the Council of State to enhance the quality of advice given to the president. At a Constitutional Review Committee public forum, he argued that the civil service's strategic role in governance makes its inclusion vital for informed decision-making, especially on the administrative reforms and policy implementation. Currently, the Council lacks formal civil service representation despite its advisory mandate under Article 89 of the Constitution.
And we thought that if the council is to provide unbridled advice, should have fear or favor among others. And they do it on all manner of issues, some of them steep in the public administration of the state. Why wouldn't it be possible for us to get, let's say, a former head of the civil service as a member of the Council of State? For us, we think that it will enrich the quality of advice at that level.
Now, Amnesty International Ghana has also proposed reforms to extend a portion of the maternity leave to fathers, promoting shared parental responsibility. Genevieve Patenting is the country director.
What is currently in the Constitution is in Article 27, which provides special care shall be accorded to mothers during a reasonable period before and after birth, and during those periods, working mothers shall be accorded paid leave. Amend the heading of Article 27 from women's rights to gender rights to reflect the inclusive protection of all caregivers, including fathers.
Now, the Catholics in Ghana will hold special prayers for the late Pope Francis following his passing on Monday after a battle with pneumonia. Just a day before his death, the 266th Pope made his final public appearance at Easter Mass in the Vatican. The Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference has issued directives to all dioceses and parishes to observe the mandatory prayers. Reverend Matthew Jemfi, president of the conference, says it's a moment of deep reflection and unity for the Church.
And we receive it with shock and with sorrow. Of course, we knew the Pope has not been in the best of health conditions. So somehow we were expecting this. So it's a big shock. All the parishes will have special prayers to be said for the repose of the soul of the Pope. And indeed, the Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference have just issued a document to that effect. And it will trickle down from the diocese to the parishes.
Meanwhile, senior cardinals will enter conclave to elect a new leader of the Catholic Church soon. Among the names being speculated is Cardinal Peter Turkson. While such a choice would be historic, Reverend Matthew Jemfi says the Church's foremost prayer is for the cardinals to be guided by the Holy Spirit.
And Ghana will not be praying that because Cardinal Turkson is from here, pray that God appoints this. No, that will not be our prayer. We pray the cardinals choose those of he whom the Holy Spirit has instructed them to choose.
And you heard the Reverend Matthew Jemfi. He is the president of the Catholic Bishops' Conference. And that's how we end this morning's bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Up next is business on the Super Morning Show.
Oh, Jopana.
Go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the go be too small.
Go.
Yo, Pana. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
See, your rich auntie gets more from Absa. Your childhood friend gets more from Absa. Your favorite uncle gets more from Absa. Your roommates gets more from Absa. Digital solutions get more from Absa. Rewards be bring get more from Absa. 5-star treatment get more from Absa. Preferential rate get more from Absa. Easy banking and no ane Absa. Instant loans and no ane Absa. Bank papa party and no ane Absa. MTK account and get more from Absa. Yes, join thousands of Absa customers enjoying priority treatment, preferential rates, amazing rewards, and seamless digital solutions to help you write the next big chapter of your story. Sign up for an Absa account today and get more. Your story matters. Absa.
How secured are you? Let me ask you again. How secured are you? Say yes loud with confidence when you are protected by Millennium Insurance because it gives you great reliability and comfort. Sign on any of our products today, be it motor, fire, burglary, accidents, travels, bonds, liabilities, engineering, marine and aviation insurance. Visit our offices in Accra, Northridge, Tema, Kumasi, Kofridia, Takrady, or any of our 30 agents nationwide. Call 0302 766 631 or 0504 394 997.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
Reliable, check. Comfort, check. Strong, check. Tough, check. Tried and tested, check. Affordable, check. Comes in so many colors and sizes, check. Suitable for domestic and industrial use, check. Choose quality, choose Syntex Tank. Available nationwide and comes with 7-year warranty. And remember, Syntex Tank is a caring brand too. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
What's your dream this year? To pull up in a brand new 4-wheel ride? Or you want to travel? Where? Sentosa Island in Singapore? Or Desert Safari in Dubai? Or you want a laptop, microwave, brand new phone, TV? Chale, what you want, you can get with SG Ghana. Minya Ubecha 7Y. Join the SG Ghana Deposit and Drive promo and you could win the grand prize of a brand new Toyota RAV4. Simply deposit 500 Ghana cedis or multiples of it into your SG Ghana account from now till 30th May 2025. Non-customers can open an account to participate. Visit your nearest branch or call 0302-214-314 for further inquiries. This promo is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Bafu?
Hey, morning.
Good morning. So how was your Easter?
It was okay. It was okay. Spent most of it here, but yeah, fine.
Oh, you worked there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Kafra.
How was yours?
Well, I worked a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I went to Kwewu.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
For the business forum or for other purposes?
Yes. I went to do some coverage of the business forum. So it wasn't for fun. It was for work, and a very interesting work at that. You know, all the banks were out in their numbers, very eager to engage with entrepreneurs and solve their capital, and funding needs.
Wow.
Yeah, it was quite pleasant thing to see, because normally banks are an impediment, when you hear their interest rates, but this time around they were ready to bend over backwards and do whatever was necessary to get things, and I think that was impressive.
Yeah,
good for them.
Well, while we're at it, the illegal mining stories were unfolding. 10 arrests made, I think, over the weekend.
Yeah. And Akoto Mining's license has been revoked. Guess what they were doing? They were according to the report, they were selling forest reserve land to illegal miners.
How come?
Allegedly, I'm supposed to add.
How come?
How come is a good question.
Wow.
Anyway,
well,
here we are.
At least
we'll get into it today.
The last minister is acting, so
which is what we need, right?
Yeah.
Which is what we need. Yeah. Okay. Shall we get on with it? Does that mean that today's trumpets are for the lands minister? Kudos to the lands minister.
Well, yeah, right. I think he was moved to tears. A story I've been reading over the weekend about this whole illegal mining issue. I hope those tears cause him to, really go ahead and do what is necessary.
Indeed. All right. 6 a.m. news brought to us by Total Energies. We go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, your story matters, and Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. For the Joy Business Report, here's who we have to thank. Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature, and MNC Properties, a member of MNC Group. MNC Properties, choice of class.
For the lands minister,
trumpets.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, government set to engage officials of Goldfields today to ensure smooth takeover of Diamond Mine. Also coming up, audit of 2024 government expenditure and status of structural reforms expected to dominate Ghana's engagement at IMF World Bank meetings in Washington, D.C. As the Finance Minister, Dr. Kaisel Atufosun leads delegation. Plus, more economists support IMF advice to developing countries, including Ghana, to keep an eye on higher inflation and debt sustainability. Details coming up. My name is Darryl Kwal. Thanks for being with us this morning. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidon KT Radio. Government is set to engage high-powered officials of Goldfields to ensure smooth takeover of the Diamond Mine in the Western region. Here's more in the following Business Desk report.
Joy Business understands that this meeting that government will be holding with officials of Goldfields will involve some senior officials, or call them top-level executives, from the group head office in South Africa. Information that Joy Business is picking up, at least for now, suggests that government could grant the request for Goldfields for more time before they finally hand over all their assets on the mine to the state. This is because government want to avoid any gaps that may come up if Goldfields should totally pack out. Sources say there has been fresh communication from government to Goldfields to keep their machines running on the Diamond Mine for now. The workers have also been told to still keep working on the mine. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Amakufibua, in an engagement last week announced that government will take over as the new owners of the Diamond Mine. However, the outcome of this high-powered meeting today, April 22, 2025, could change things in terms of whether Goldfields could be given at most a year in terms of still managing the mine before government finally takes over. Well, for now, fingers crossed.
Meanwhile, the Ghana Mine Workers Union is demanding a clear strategy from government on how it intends to absorb affected workers of the mine following Goldfields' decision to shut down operations after the government declined to extend the company's mining lease. Abdul Mumin Bana is General Secretary of the Mine Workers Union.
We are actually in a bit of a limbo now. We are not really too certain what government's strategy is as to whether government is going to manage the mine all by itself, or government is going to constitute Ghanaian entrepreneurs or a consortium of Ghanaian entrepreneurs to run the mine. As a matter of fact, government hasn't given us any further and better particulars in that regard. So we are unable to say for a fact what kind of a model government intends to run in the Dama mine. But our concern as a trade union is to ensure that workers' interests, workers' welfare, workers' well-being is protected at every stage of the way.
You had General Secretary of the Ghana Mine Workers Union, Abdul Mumengbana. Now, audit of 2024 government expenditure and status of structural reforms are expected to dominate Ghana's engagement at the IMF World Bank meetings in Washington, D.C., as the Finance Minister, Dr. Kansela Tuforsen, leads the delegation. George Afis there for us.
The IMF World Bank spring meetings in Washington, D.C., USA is bringing together finance ministers, central bank governors from more than 100 countries to deliberate on the current global economy and challenges that will face each country and what measures they can take to mitigate the expected shocks on their respective countries. But for Ghana, these are some of the issues that will top the agenda when it comes to engaging officials of the International Monetary Fund in separate engagements or on the sidelines of these meetings. One can talk about the progress that has been made on the current audit that should be done by the Auditor General over 2024 government spending to get some more fine details on the areas and the impact on Ghana's total debt stock going forward. However, also what progress has been made when it comes to ongoing structural reforms, which will go a long way to help check government spending for this year, as well as fresh measures that the finance minister is undertaking to keep the budget deficit on track as well. All these are expected to help the IMF staff fast-track their report that they will take to the executive board of the fund so that Ghana can get the $370 million released on time to the Bank of Ghana in June this year.
George, you are filled with that report from Washington, D.C. Now, Fit Solutions is projecting that Ghana will be among the least affected countries in sub-Saharan Africa after the imposition of U.S. tariffs by President Donald Trump. The U.S. imposed a 10% reciprocal tariff on Ghana, and the goods that will be hardest hit are cocoa, textiles, and some agricultural products. Here's more in this report.
According to the UK-based firm's effective US reciprocal tariff rate, DR Congo will be the hardest hit in sub-Saharan Africa and will be followed by Somalia, Sao Tome and Principe, Niger, and Eritrea. Equatorial Guinea will be the least affected sub-Saharan African country. Ghana is ranked 42nd to be affected in sub-Saharan Africa. The effective US reciprocal tariff rate accounts for other tariffs and exemptions. Fitch Solutions warned that sub-Saharan Africa oil exporting market will be the hardest hit should global oil prices fail to recover. It pointed out that sub-Saharan Africa's oil exporting market will come under significant pressure should global oil prices fail to recover. Brent crude prices have dropped by around 14.9% since April 2nd, with rising fears of a global economic slowdown being exacerbated by the decision by OPEC to accelerate the return of its cut barrels to market. Among the larger markets in sub-Saharan Africa, Angola and Nigeria are particularly vulnerable given their structural dependence on oil as a source of both government revenue and foreign exchange.
Meanwhile, economist Professor Lord Mensah has supported the International Monetary Fund's advice to developing countries, including Ghana, to take a serious look at inflation and debt sustainability. Speaking ahead of the World Bank IMF spring meetings in Washington, D.C., the IMF boss, Kristalina Georgieva, said to protect price stability, monetary policy must remain agile and credible, supported by a strong commitment to the central bank. Reacting to this, Professor Mensah stressed the need to contain inflation.
Yes, very, very important. These are key drivers of, economies. And once you talk about economies and you're looking at their inflation, obviously, once inflation goes high, we all witness it when Ghana recorded 54% inflation, how it fits into other economic variables. So these are variables that, it is required that not just the developing world, even the developed world must keep their eyes on, those numbers. Recently, if you look at the way the dollar is behaving, which has, forced gold prices to go up because of, Donald Trump's, tariffs, clearly, it tells you that, yes, countries may have to look at, this number. It's very, very important, across the globe.
Economist Professor Lord Mensah. Now, President John Mahama has outlined plans to boost investor confidence and make the country a preferred destination for foreign investors. In an address at the Kojo Business Forum over the weekend, President Mahama explained that by eliminating bureaucracies and improving the ease of doing business, targeted sectors such as agro-processing, ICT, and tourism will attract the right investment, create jobs, and boost socio-economic growth.
Our vision for Ghana's future business landscape is bold and deliberate. We're pursuing a targeted program in restoring investor confidence by enhancing transparency, cutting bureaucratic red tape, and promoting a rules-based investment climate. We're prioritizing sectors that can absorb labor and grow our economy sustainably, like agro-processing, ICT, manufacturing, tourism, renewable energy, and the green economy. But our focus is not only on attracting foreign investment. We're equally committed to empowering Ghanaians to become owners and drivers of enterprise. And this is why this government will support the private sector not just with policy, but with decisive action. We will expand access to affordable financing through financial institutions like the commercial banks, the Ghana Development Bank, the Women's Development Bank, and partnership with other private financial institutions. We'll support small and medium enterprises with targeted financing, tax incentives, and technical support.
President John Mahama. The managing director of GNPC Explorco, Michael Aite, says the company is moving ahead with the Boateng Basin oil exploration project, marking a major milestone for Ghana's energy sector. Mr. Aite revealed that Explorco is actively seeking credible partners to develop the largely untapped area as the company ramps up efforts to unlock the basin's full potential. He made the remarks during the Invest in African Energies event.
There is a way we approach exploration activity in Ghana. All around the world, currently, countries, oil-producing countries, are finding new ways of attracting investment. And even for Explorco, most of all our assets are in Ghana. We need the kind of research that is happening in other countries to be able to attract the right partners and attract the right investment into our exploration activities.
And that was Michael Aite, Managing Director of GNPC Explorco. Let's turn to Investor Eye. Adam Glyman, CEO of Global Secure Solutions, tells us why we should be vigilant when using USSD codes, the communication protocol, which usually begins with a star key and ends with a hash key.
USSD codes offer a quick way to access financial services, but they are not without risk. The lack of encryption makes USSD communications vulnerable to interception by attackers. Fraudsters can trick you into dialing fake codes to steal your personal data or initiate unauthorized transactions. To stay safe, always verify the USSD codes you use. Remember, your mobile PIN and transaction codes are private. Never share them with anyone. Staying cautious with USSD protects your finances and your personal privacy.
All right, before we go look at the markets this morning, crude oil opened trading at $66 a barrel after going up marginally. Gold increased by more than $56, trading at $3,480 an ounce. Cocoa selling at $8,701 a ton after adding $406 on the currency market. The dollar going for 16 cedis 10 pesos. That's what some forex bureaus are offering their clients. The British pound at 20 cedis 45 pesos. The euro going for 17 cedis 50 pesos. The commercial banks quoting the dollar at 15 cedis 47 pesos. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for listening. Handing you back to the man who fulfilled his promise, his watch promise on Good Friday. Thank you so much, Kojo.
You are very welcome, Darryl. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, it was a nice meal on Good Friday.
It's all to push local consumption of the things we produce, you know.
Nice.
Yeah. You know what we are playing for our inspirational song this morning?
Tell me.
It's a song from Abraham Philip Kojo Kenya.
Hey, who is he?
I gave you the full name. You should. Abraham Philip Kojo Kenya.
Lord Kenya.
a man from the Western region.
Okay.
And today we'll be talking about the Western region on the show, about galamsey and related activities.
Sorry.
And the song is titled Sikampon Fano. Enjoy.
Oh, nice.
Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy.
Kenya says he's in to Ajolof. I don't think so. What is he saying?
So Ajolo.
What does it mean?
I don't know what it means. It's like Apietu's doing his ad libs and adding something to the song. You people know these things better, but I think this song is one of his best songs.
One of whose best songs?
Lord Kenya's best songs.
Okay.
And it says ebi disike chiko fire. Ebi disike chiko fire. We are talking about galamsey. We've been talking about it for years. We are looking for money, but you're rather buying sickness and environmental destruction, and pure ecocide.
And death,
yeah. And I think this song is appropriate for the morning from Lord Kenya, now the evangelist.
Yes, don't chase money to your own detriment and the detriment of those around you. Yeah, things are happening. We'll bring you updates, but I guess we can get straight into things with the Drive Safe campaign.
Yes, and the Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality, Imperial General Assurance, Solid Protection. Avoid all distractions, keep your eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. Be visible, drive with your lights on. That's how you ensure your safe arrival. And today's tip is just simple. If you have any problem on the road, for which reason you have to leave your vehicle, please put your triangles in front and behind your vehicle at the appropriate distance. Don't leave it just like that, because the triangles warn people so that they can make the right decisions. If you don't leave your triangles there, people would not know you have an issue. They may assume your car is in motion or something, and before you know, there's a crash. So always have those warning triangles with you, so that whenever you have an issue on the road, you can warn people.
And leaves are not a replacement for triangles.
Tree branches are not a replacement for triangles.
You know, I nearly said use leaves if you don't have triangles. Because Kojo, let me tell you something. This morning on the Bema Camp bypass, the one from Mahama roundabout to the Bema Camp roundabout, there was a broken down vehicle, no triangle, nothing, and it's a red vehicle. You know, some colors play on your mind, so I thought the vehicle was moving, so me too, I was just moving just to get behind the vehicle and realize that one tire was not there, one of the front tires wasn't there. At least leaves based on at least
have driven over leaves and branches and damaged their vehicles because they are not reflective. It's just another dark object that you are placing on the road. I mean, depending on the circumstances, if it's far ahead enough, you may have seen it, right? But we cannot be advising people to use that, because it does cause harm to others. You know, it does cause harm to others. Other people have driven over these branches and damaged their vehicles because it is just as easy to miss those leaves as in fact, easier to miss the leaves as it is to miss a massive vehicle.
Get your triangle at all costs.
Get your triangle.
That's the most important thing.
Get your triangle.
Don't leave a block there.
Oh God! People leave blocks.
Yeah. Stones, pebbles, blocks.
But I mean, was it yesterday that I saw?
Sometimes rugs.
Oh yeah.
Rugs.
Yes, they will just arrange it. You know.
Oh come on.
Yeah. I mean, I was telling Kojo yesterday of when I got to around Paloma.
Yes.
This and then so the traffic was on and this guy had parked. Then all of a sudden, he's not moving. It's green. I mean, we're supposed to go.
Yeah.
And he had turned his neck and probably was sleeping or whatever had happened to him.
Kidding.
Now, the policeman who was riding his motor past us stopped. And the policeman had then gone in. He's calling this guy. He's not responding. So I got down. The journalist in me, but because I had to be here, I was in a hurry at some point and then I left. But that person, for instance, clearly in that case, he's not responding.
Yeah.
He wasn't responding to anybody.
Yeah, he hasn't even had the opportunity to now set up warning.
He probably may have been asleep, or maybe he may have fainted or something. We didn't know.
Let's hope not.
I mean, that's something that, but for many people, for some people, block. Abba. Block.
I'll tell you one that I have seen before, and that was a gallon.
Yes, they use
someone
yellow gallon.
Yes. Oh no, this one wasn't a yellow gallon. It was a little oil, the engine oil gallons. Some little grey one. How anyone was supposed to say? Oh,
let's learn how to say it, right?
So no leaves there.
No, we beg, no leaves. We beg.
In case you realize your trafficator isn't well, now you can stretch out your arms.
Manual.
But in case you realize it's just stopped working. But once you realize it stopped working, go out there and fix it. Lesson Outside, right, brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you.
You say either, I say either.
What do you think this word means? Disinterested. 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 I'll give you a hint. It does not mean not interested. If you want to say not interested, you should say uninterested. Disinterested means something else entirely. It means impartial. A judge must be a disinterested party in any court case he presides over. That simply means he must have no personal interest in who wins or loses the case. He must be impartial, disinterested. That is how you say it right.
And when it comes to galamsey, we are not disinterested. We are absolutely interested. We are vested in things turning out right. So that's why we're talking about it today. But of course, we'll get into the news review first. It's brought to you by Syntex Tanker, you're strong, you're tough. Access Bank, more than banking, and Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Happy smile.
Well, so Kojo, yes, you can start with the Ghanaian Times.
Yes, Ghanaian Times at the Kojo Business Forum. We are turning the corner. President Mahama speaking there. Government.
I was there.
You were there.
Yeah.
You managed to get there.
I managed to get there.
That's nice. Tell us more later.
I will.
On the show. Government revokes Akoto mining lease for trespassing Tanon Nimri Forest Reserve. This is the Lands Minister. Women empowerment in Tiame. Minority leader pledges support and tributes pouring from world leaders after Pope Francis's demise. If you go to the back page, Christians mark Easter with church services, picnics, and family gatherings.
Well, the Daily Graphic says that Kojo Business Forum Mahama unveils vision for private sector. 34 police commanders reshuffled in galamsey areas. World mourns Pope Francis and Akoto mining license revoked. DBG rolls out 500 million package to bolster agric and the economy. Back page says robust sea defense for the Volta region. It's government's priority. That's according to the Chief of Staff at the Office of the Vice President, Alex Segbefia. And Joint Task Force demolishes illegal structures at Sakumo Ramza site.
Okay, let me take you to the Economic Times. Government anchors on fiscal discipline to pursue IMF program targets. This story bears a photo of the Finance Minister, Dr. Kesel Atufosin. Damine mines take over. Minerals Commission dispels lack of local capacity sentiment. And Ghana's first listed commercial paper issuance opens door to new financing model. So those are the headlines from the newspapers. The main story of the Ghanaian Times, aside the one on the Kojo Business Forum, is on galamsey, page 14, and it has the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources speaking. He says the government has revoked the lease of Akoto Mining Company Limited with immediate effect. This is because Akoto Mining does not have a lease to mine in the Tanon Nimri Forest Reserve, making their mining activities in the forest illegal and criminal. The Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Mr. Emmanuel Amoah, briefing the press in Accra yesterday, said President John Dramani Mahama has authorized the Minerals Commission to take steps to revoke the lease of Akoto Mining Company Limited with immediate effect. Winston.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that. I've also seen a statement from Akoto Mining, and they indicate that Akoto Mining are lawfully registered large-scale mining, and they say that they've not their concessions are located in Samraboy and Abuakese and not in the Tano Nimri Forest Reserve. And that in 2022, the Minerals Commission clearly stated in an official press release that they have no mineral mining lease or mineral right and or permit to undertake any mining reservation in the Tano Nimri Forest. But that's when the Ministry of Lands and Nature actually asked them to stop any form of prospecting in the Tano Nimri Forest. And they say the application for access to the forest reserve was never granted. And official letters from both the Minerals Commission and the Forestry Commission dated 7th and 8th September confirm that no entry permit was issued to Akonta mining for that forest area. And so contrary to the narrative being pushed, they are not mining and have never mined in the Tano Nimri Forest.
So the images that Erastus Asaridonko showed us of Akonta mining vehicles and earth moving equipment moving in and out of Tano Nimri, is it not in Tano Nimri that their campsite was burnt by the Forestry Commission? Is it not in Tano Nimri? Hey, I feel a little bit gaslit here. Anyway, let's listen to the Lands and Natural Resources Minister. He's been talking tough about galamsey. Listen.
This company has not only trespassed into protected reserves, but has become a criminal syndicate. One representative of Akonta Mining, i.e., is the liaison of these dealings. He serves as the gatekeeper, negotiating fees and granting illegal access. The concessions are then subleased to individuals like one Mr. Henry and another individual identified as Shak, who are to oversee the devastation of the Abois Forest Reserve in the Tano River. A weekly royalties of 250 grams of gold are to be paid to the company, lining the pockets of our contest collaborators. Another breakthrough revelation is that this criminal enterprise thrives because of the active collusion and connivance of some forestry officers and some security personnel. These officers take a cut as a service charge in exchange for protection and tip-offs in the event of an impending raid. I have authorized the Minerals Commission to immediately take steps to revoke the lease of Akonta mining with immediate effect. I've directed the Forestry Commission officials connected to these illegalities be immediately interdicted, pending further investigations and prosecution. Security agencies have been notified to investigate security officers who have had dealings with Akonta mining in this particular forest reserve.
So that was the minister.
Yes. And I mean, it's important to state that he's actually giving a whole new angle to it. In addition to what you read in the paper, he is saying that they were basically selling off forest reserve land to illegal miners and having them do sales to them. Some 250 grams of gold, per week, to pay them for land that they don't even own in the first place. They don't have the right to be on in the first place, but they were being paid so that other people can come and mine it illegally. This is according to the minister, the lands minister. Okay, and he says that there was collusion of government officials. And we all remember, after Erastus exposed the mining site within the forest reserve, owned by Akonta Mining, and we all called for an investigation. And the lands minister at the time, Abu Jinapo, said that the Forestry Commission would investigate. The next thing we saw was that the Forestry Commission went there and burnt down the site. The evidence of the presence of Akonta Mining was burnt down by the Forestry Commission staff, who we are now learning are allegedly complicit in this.
So in September, on the 30th of September, the then Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, 2022, the then Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abu Jinapo, indicated that Akonta Mining has no mineral right to undertake any mining operations in the Tano Nimri Forest Reserve. That was at the time when Erastus had found out that some equipment of Akonta mining in the Tano Nimri Forest. Subsequently, at the time it led to a lot of agitation, advocacy to have Chairman Wontumi arrested and everything, which led to the president saying that as we speak. So after that, the Deputy Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Benito Owusu-Bio,
Yeah.
led a team there. They destroyed and burnt the equipment of Akonta mining. So the point is that at that time they were engaged in an illegality because the minister was very clear that they didn't have the rights. So if up till today they're still mining in the Tano Nimri forest and purporting or pretending to be giving leases to other entities, where did they get the concession from?
Winston, I'm showing you something on the screen, and for our listeners who are watching online, you can see that as well. If you look at the Western region map, right, Western and Western North region map, you see these dark greens area on the Ghana map. These dark green areas are the forest reserves.
Right.
So from Eastern region all the way to Western Western North, you see a lot of these forest reserves. And this map I'm showing you is the Google Earth image from 2020.
Okay. So you're zooming in, right?
I'm zooming in to that area. We are talking about the Tano Nimri Forest Reserve area. Now, Kojo, this line you see here is the Tano River. You see that as at 2020, the Tano River was brown.
Yep.
People were mining in the Tano River. So this area just within the Tano Nimri Forest Reserve where the Tano River flows, you see people are mining all over.
So what we are seeing, if you're listening on radio, okay, the river is a winding brown line.
Yes.
Running through the green.
Coming all the way from the middle belt, somewhere in the BA, coming all the way here.
Yes, but at some point within the Tano Nimri River, within the Tano Nimri Forest Reserve, you notice that around the river, it's not just a straight line anymore, but there are the brown has sort of spread. It's as if the line has been smudged.
Yes. So this is
so that you see a good amount of brown land on either side of the riverbank, just in the area where the river is running through Tano Nimri, right?
Now, let me give you a size of some of these areas as at the year 2020. So I'm measuring live on the Google Earth app, right?
Right.
This area is about, I'll give you the areas in acres, right? So this area I've measured here is about 54 acres.
That's a smudged area.
Yes.
So that's all galamsey.
Yes. Now, to give you some context, right? The Accra Sports Stadium pitch is about 1.92 acres. So 54 acres is about 25 times the size of the Accra Sports Stadium pitch.
Good Lord.
My point is that people cannot be doing this anywhere on this earth if we've put in the right monitoring strategies. You should be able to see this easily, Kojo. Even if we don't invest in world-class GIS systems and we are using even Google Earth, we can get a sense of where people are destroying and how things are going. Now I've come forward to 2025. Kojo, have you seen new things coming up, or I should go back to 2020?
Oh my goodness!
So you see this area is green.
New smudges, right?
Yes, several new areas have been cleared within the area. Oh, wow. So you see this area. This one is right within the forest. You see this area, and if I zoom in, you see that they've diverted water. They've dug a lot of big excavations, and they are mining in here. And it's not just this area, Kojo. If I take you on a virtual tour of Ghana and show you how mining is happening, in fact, if you zoom out of the Ghana map and you see any brown area, there are two things you'll find. Either the brown area is a settlement, so communities where people live, or it's an area being mined. You can point to any location in the map and ask me to zoom in. And if I zoom in, you'd see that the brown area is either a settlement or an area being mined. So the ministry must come again. The institutions working on illegal mining must come again. They must give us a good sense of the work they're doing. So this is a town called Akwaboso, right? Winston, this is your region, so you'd know some of these towns. All around the town, there is illegal mining happening. So you see these settlements. All around the town, there is illegal mining. And all these mining activities are happening right next to our water bodies. So if I bring you to the eastern region, to the Osino area, to the Tiwa area, if I take you to the Ashanti region, if I take you to parts of Bunahafo region, parts of even Savannah region and all those places, there's a lot of mining going on. So if we go to Esasi Bontefo, for example, this is Esasi Bontefo, right? This is the town. There's a large mine here, right? And then you just go deep into the rest of the areas around Obuasi, and it's just illegal mining. And with this, you don't need special drones. You don't need special people. You don't need special teams. You can just sit on Google Earth, right? And go to say 2020 and see the areas which are green. Then you fast forward to 2025. You see the areas which are brown, and then you zoom in, and then you get the people. So I get it that the minister yesterday in a video I saw was crying and everything. But he's been, there was a video of the minister crying about the Akonta mining issue and how they are destroying our landscape. But this is not the first time he's been a minister. And for the president too, this is not the first time he's been a president. He was president when this big conversation about illegal mining happened. To be fair to him, illegal mining didn't start with him. It started a long time ago. But it became a big issue then. It transitioned into Akufo-Addo, who failed big time in dealing with illegal mining. He promised, he put his presidency on the line, and he put it away. He put the illegal mining away to enjoy his presidency. Right. Now President Mahama is back. He's had experience. This minister has had experience. I don't want us to treat this like we did yesterday. And it's not like we don't have the tools to enable us know what is happening, where it's happening, and who is doing this.
You see, talking about you don't want us to treat it the same way. And you're right. Illegal mining in the past had been seen as a form of protest mining. So when it started, we said that it was because indigenous Ghanaians didn't have access to mining. Initially, they were mining these artisanal mines, and so we had conversations about even small-scale mining as a way of protecting, as a way of dealing with the whole menace of illegal mining. Then it became an issue of greed, pure greed. It is no longer protest mining, because today it is purely a matter of greed. But this is the problem. At the time between 2017, when Akufo-Addo took over and was engaged in a whole lot of fight against illegal mining, one thing was very clear: that even though you could see improvement in water bodies, there was also the fact that the real brains behind illegal mining were not the ones that were being arrested. So if you arrest, these guys. 29 Ghanaians have been arrested with 8 Chinese. 38 Ghanaians, 8 Chinese. The next moment, somebody is going to go back. I was telling you yesterday when I was returning from Takrady, when I was returning from Mpoho on Sunday, I was listening to a program in Takrady on Sky Power FM. And I learned in that program that the Subri Forest Shelter, Forest Belt, where we were told that some 10,000 people were there. The whole Subri area town doesn't have 10,000 voters. But in that area alone,
there are 10,000
people engaged in illegal mining. They engaged in illegal mining. They engaged in all manner of vices. Now
people trafficking.
The people that went there were overwhelmed, and the people had actually started returning to the place again. My point is simply this: enough of the parading. Get the brains behind illegal mining. And I am sorry, they know the brains behind illegal mining. They know them. So don't come and tell me you've arrested some people who are engaged in illegal, because if you arrest them, people will go back. The people who sponsor these guys will go look for the next group of people to sponsor. But it's like the drug business. If you catch the baron, and unlike the drug business that sometimes it's so difficult to identify the baron, in Ghana, we know who the barons are. Didn't you hear Speaker Alban Suma na Kingsford Bagbin say that the MPs should stop, the politicians should stop engaging in illegal mining? Did I say that? Did I say that? Speaker Bagbin said it. Jojo, look for that voice for me. Speaker Bagbin said politicians, members of parliament should stop engaging in illegal mining. Is the president, is the lands and natural resources minister saying that they are not aware? This is a charade. If we want to deal with illegal mining, go and target the brains behind illegal mining, and I tell you what, in no time it will stop.
Winston,
let me give you some evidence of why perhaps it hasn't stopped yet. It's because the people who are supposed to stop it are the kingpins. So you remember when NDC was in opposition, they were vehement that when they come into office, they will catch all the illegal mining kingpins and even release the small fry.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
Okay. Now they are in office.
Yeah.
They've been in office for 3 months. Sam George said that if President Akufo-Addo had wanted to stop illegal mining in a week, he could have done so. So what is it about 105 days? That is still not enough for John Mahama to stop illegal mining if he wanted to.
Yeah.
It must simply mean that just as there was a transition from NPP to NDC government, there was a transition from NPP to NDC illegal miners.
Which is the case.
So today, the people who are doing illegal mining are in the government. It's as simple as that. That is the only reason, the only thing that will explain why they haven't been stopped. Look, so the the lands minister was talking tough about Akunta mining. I'm happy to hear him talking tough about Akunta mining. But all he has done is revoke their license. He has listed illegalities that they've carried out. According to him,
who is being punished for all that?
Nobody, according to his statement. They are simply having their license revoked to the point where they can even respond with their own statement, telling us that they have never mined in a forest reserve. Today we will talk to Erastus. He will tell us whether or not Akunta mining has ever mined in a forest reserve. We'll find out today. But they have released a statement saying they haven't. Right? Because nobody has been arrested. No, whether kingpin or small fry, nobody has been arrested. You see, and look, for me, I'll just end with this. It is quite simple. They don't want it to stop. Your government does not want illegal mining to stop. If they wanted it to stop, it would have stopped.
Yeah.
So every morning you wake up and illegal mining continues, well, your water bodies are polluted, and you are not sure of the quality of the food you are even buying in Ghana to eat, because you don't know what soil it was grown in, and you don't know what heavy metals are in it. Every day that you wake up and children are being born with eyeballs on their forehead, every day that thing continues, just know and understand it is because your government does not want it to stop.
Look, Kojo,
there's a final image I want to show you, Winston.
Yes, you show me that and I'll say something. Because look, there's a lot of things to be said. And you show me, I'll tell you something.
Kojo Yankson, have you seen this image I'm showing? What do you see? It's all green, right?
Yeah.
You see palm plantations and all that. It's all green. Winston, do you know which area of Ghana this is?
Let's zoom in so I can see the area.
I'm not going to zoom in or zoom out yet, but this image is 2018. Now this is 2024.
Oh my God!
And this
it's
is
all brown.
Winston's Mpoho.
My goodness.
This is your Mpoho.
It's all brown.
I showed you an area which was green with oil palms and all those things. Now this is your Mpoho in 2025.
Can we all accept that much as Nana Akufo-Addo failed abysmally to deal with galamsey, and must hold himself responsible for the numerous deaths that have occurred because of it, much as he failed, 3 months after he left, galamsey is worse? Can we accept that? And everybody who ever criticized him for it, who belonged to the other party, which is now in government, anybody who criticized Akufo-Addo for galamsey, who is in the NDC, you should hang your head in shame, because it's worse. Who would have thought, as you were walking around the country convincing us to vote for you, that you would come and 3 months later it would be worse? Who would have thought?
Look, and let me just make this brief point. In the build-up to election 2024, the political parties kept accusing one another of engaging in illegal mining. The current president said no member of his government shall be giving a mining lease or license. I think the current president should also move a step further and find out persons within his party, because he's the leader of the NDC, persons within his party, some of whom are sponsors who are engaged in illegal mining.
But are we saying he doesn't know?
I am saying that he knows those people. He should go ahead and deal with them. Look, because here we are talking about, Akonta mining, we have arrested. Who's behind Akonta mining? All those who have engaged in anything. Go and deal with them. Listen to the speaker, Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagby.
And the people you are talking to are aware. It's not that they are not aware. They are aware that some of you are participating in it. So please, first desist from doing it yourself. Don't go to them for the money for your campaigns. Don't go to solicit their votes. Let them see you work. Truly, it's a disgrace that we've gone to this far. Look at the water. Horrible. But that is no problem. It's only expensive. Well, annually, the water we get as a country can refill all these rivers. But how do you do away with what has already been polluted? And the environment, how do you repair the damage? That is the challenge we have.
How do you remove the heavy metals from the soil?
Speaker Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagby.
We'll take some messages. We'll be back after these.
My buddy, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh, you go work, but you know it's out on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out on your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, many wanna go. Anything you do, I live for you. Many want. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Paying or getting paid, Koba day for you.
Driver, I don't have cash on you.
Oh, madam, you can pay through Koba.
Oh, you use Koba too? That makes it easy.
Receive payment from your customers and make bulk payment in just a few clicks.
Madam, I received the money.
Hello, Coffee.
Mom, you still haven't sent me the airtime, and the house internet is finished. My game.
I'm sorry, darling. Doing that right away.
With Koba, you can send airtime to your friends and family and load data for some great entertainment.
Oh!
Madam, here are the food stuff.
Thank you.
You can use the short code *365# or the Koba mobile app to make your payment.
Get a designated short code today and start receiving payment with real-time visibility into all your payments with Koba. Pay your suppliers and staff in just a few clicks. For more information, call 0200 404010.
Koba there, you click pew
and you hear pew pew. Transaction done.
Koba, our life simplified.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
After a long flight, Safari Homes gives you the peace to unwind. A short drive from the airport, convenient for all. For nature lovers, Safari Valley Resort is a hidden gem, surrounded by lush greenery and luxury amenities. A place where you can truly escape. Now, for water adventure, Aqua Safari Resort has it all. Jet skis, canoe rides, kayaking, and a visit to the estuary. And for more excitement, Safari Eco Park is the perfect place to get closer to some amazing animals.
Visit Safari World in Ghana, together bringing you closer to nature.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwabeji Kese promo. Madam, Fabeji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner, Fabeji, as a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class sense. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji, it's the Access Bank Fakitwabeji Kese promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account, and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
I ain't tryna be a player. So many things that I wanna say. You know I got a little wiser. I don't wanna lose your love.
Joy, joy, sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah, wake up to joy.
It's all about galamsey. We've also got Petroleum Hub stopping by. But right now, let me remind you, we had the online review earlier, and it was brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest, and Goyle Good Energy, Goyle Yenara Yendia. And then, of course, we must apologize. We couldn't bring you the BBC News for good reason. We intend to resume normal service from tomorrow. The BBC News brought to you every day by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
Which means we can bring you the Point of Law series for today, the UPSA Law School Point of Law series that says anyone who damages, tampers with, or illegally accesses electronic communication equipment, whether carelessly or on purpose, commits a crime. If convicted, they may be fined up to 3,000 penalty units, jailed up to 5 years, or both. And that's Section 77, Electronic Communications Act 2008, Act 775. So anyone who damages, tampers with, or illegally accesses electronic communication equipment, whether carelessly or on purpose, commits a crime. If convicted, they may be fined up to 3,000 penalty units, jailed for up to 5 years, or both.
That's good to know. All right. Well, today on the Super Morning Show, we're bringing you reminders of what is happening with galamsey. Okay, there's been a flurry of activity over the past couple of days. The Lands and Natural Resources Minister announcing the revocation of license for Akoto mining, and I think we all know Akoto mining, owned by Chairman Wuntumi. Are they a small or medium scale mining
large
company?
Scale.
They're a large scale mining company, right? But of course, they were in the news several years ago because the then Lands Ministry wrote to them telling them to stop mining in forest reserves. The ministry wrote a letter to them telling them to stop committing crime. After that, Erastus Asaridonko, through his monitoring, and by the way, that letter was written after Erastus Asaridonko had revealed that they were mining in forest reserves. He then continued to monitor and exposed them continuing to mine illegally in forest reserves around Samraboy and other areas. He brought us images, video, footage of Akoto mining vehicles driving in and out of forest reserves. Factual. He took us to their mining site within the forest reserve. Visuals were shown. We then asked the Lands Minister what he was going to do about it, because nobody was arrested. They said at the time the Forestry Commission was going to investigate. So the Forestry Commission embarked on an investigation which lasted several months. At the very beginning of that investigation, the Forestry Commission went and burnt down the mining site. As part of their investigation, they burnt down the evidence that Akoto mining was ever there. They burnt it down. Today we are learning from the new Lands Minister that Forestry Commission officials have been complicit in the illegal activity of Akoto mining. Today their license has been revoked. Still, nobody has been arrested. Anyway, that's just one leg of it. We'll bring you more details about this extent of devastation caused by illegal mining and how it affects you. You are not immune. You may say you don't care about it, but you are not immune to it. So today I want you to stay tuned. You'll learn more. Petroleum Hub is coming through, right, Winston?
Yes, to be joining us this morning. We've been having conversations about the development of our petroleum sector. We've had conversations about petrochemical industry and all of that. And so when the previous administration, they secured land for the Ghana Petroleum Hub. Many people were excited. Some 20,000 acres of land within the Jomoro district. But what's become of it, for instance? How much do we need to ensure that we're able to tap all the benefits that come with petroleum? We know that today we may not be producing as much as we expect to produce, but of course we can definitely create a hub. We can create an industry that can benefit from petroleum. And so how do we intend to do that? And it's a conversation we must have here on the Super Morning Show. We'll be joined by its CEO, Dr. Tony Obin. He'll be joining us here on the Super Morning Show. Yeah,
I can't wait. Stay with us for that and more. And by the way, all of your thoughts are important. Your show is only made by your voice. So tell us what you're thinking. Use the hashtag JoySMS or WhatsApp us on 055 1111 997.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, 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 joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning.
Well, some great news, by the way. Corruption Watch is back every Wednesday, so make sure you don't miss the first edition for 2025. It kicks off tomorrow on the Super Morning Show. I can't wait.
Yes, at 8:30 a.m. And on our first show, we'll be telling you more about the purpose of Corruption Watch. But of course, you should also get prepared for groundbreaking investigative stories such as the expose of corruption, the DVLA, that National Health Insurance Authority, Judiciary, among others, which led to impactful reforms, improved service delivery, and enhanced accountability. I like the term accountability.
Yeah, Corruption Watch has done some more. Hey. Anyway, it's coming back. We can't wait. Now, conferencing does not have to be the same boring routine. The location for your next conference can be both result-centered and relaxing. Aqua Safari Resort gives you the very best of both worlds and more. Let them take the stress out of the process. Just call them on 0540-110-190 and watch your conferences and events effortlessly taken care of.
And if you've not heard about the incredible benefits of Excellium from Total Energies, let me tell you more about this premium fuel. It has 3-in-1 power. Yes, 3-in-1 power. It cleans your engine, it extends its life, it lowers your fuel consumption, and it also has the cumulative anti-corrosion effect, anti-wear, and it has detergent additives that ensures that your vehicle, it lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption and it reduces your CO2 emissions. It is that fuel that will help you to drive. So experience the difference with Total Energies Excellium new formula. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
So grab the chance to win big in the Access Bank Fakito Abeji Kese promo. Simply deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis into your new or existing Access Bank current or savings account to join the promo and increase it to 500 Ghana cedis or more and qualify for a draw for our young customers solo account. Spend 500 Ghana cedis or more with any Access Visa card after your 250 deposit and qualify for a reward. The more you deposit, the higher your chances of winning. Don't sit back. Deposit now and stand a chance to win a share of over 500,000 in cash and other amazing rewards like PS5, iPhone 16, Chromebook, and much more in our 4 monthly mini draws and 2 mega draws. So this promo runs from now till September 2025 in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions have apply. Join the Fakito Abeji Kese train, save now for the future, and win big. Kojo, I heard you saying that Kojo Boateng doesn't qualify. He qualifies. So visit their website, Ghana Access Bank PLC.com or call 230-800 004400. Access Bank, more than banking.
I thought that those of us who help promote these things
he doesn't work at Access
disqualified.
Bank. He doesn't work there.
But so those of us who work here, we are still qualified. Oh, I need Kojo. Good luck.
You qualify. I'll tell you what I qualify for shortly.
Best of luck. And you see, that's why Kojo gets so excited when he hears Fakito Abeji Kese.
I know what you're thinking.
No, but the Kojo. All right. Well, listen. Let me remind you that the best quality water storage tanks are the ones with the tortoise on them. Okay, if it doesn't have a tortoise on it's not the correct tank. That's right. The tortoise tank, Syntex tank, is the champion of water tanks. It's strong, it's durable, it's built to survive our Ghanaian weather. And listen, if rain or shine, it has your back. So go outside, check your tank. If it doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it is time to upgrade. Get yourself a Syntex tank today and enjoy water storage that is tough like the tortoise. Call 0244 335 168 to buy now, or you can find one of their 400 agents across the country and they'll sort you out. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, a strong, a tough.
Yes, and Easter is over, but Oak Plaza Hotel still day.
Yeah.
Yes, and on Sunday the buffet was great. So if you are looking for a place to take your family, if you are considering family time, catching up with friends, or making memories with someone special, go to Oak Plaza Hotel, East Airport, Accra, and go and have a good time at the Lucida restaurant. They have everything it takes to give you a great time with family, friends, business partners, and even when you want to spend time alone. That's your joint. Go there and always enjoy some good food. Call them on 0302-210-630 or 0251-11237 if you want to make reservations, or visit oakplazahotel.com for more details. Thinking of delicious food? Think Oak Plaza.
So I'm sure you've heard of the good news. SG Ghana is giving away lots of amazing prizes, including a brand new luxurious Toyota RAV4 Adventure in the SG Ghana Deposit and Drive promo. Simply deposit 500 Ghana cedis or multiples of it into your SG Ghana account and stand a chance of winning big. Non-customers can open an account to participate. So from now till the 30th of May 2025, you can win amazing prizes, including trips to Singapore or Dubai, Samsung mobile phones, air fryers, microwaves, TVs, or the ultimate prize, Kojo Yankson, a brand new Toyota RAV4 from Toyota Ghana Company Limited. Minia with Trust 7 Wati.
So this is the one that you qualify for. Eh?
I qualify. I qualify.
You want a RAV4?
Yes. No, I so easy. The more you deposit, the better your chances of winning. So join the SG Deposit and Drive promo today. Visit your nearest branch or call 0302214314 for further inquiries. And this promo is regulated by NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale, the future is you.
Okay, so at some point today, make sure you go to kingdomstoreonline.com for the best quality office essentials, equipment, furniture, and stationery. All of it from Kingdom Books. You can pay via Momo if you want to buy anything from the website, and they will deliver to your home or office in very good time, very fast delivery. It's also very free delivery if you live in Accra or Tema. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
And MNC Properties is ensuring that you get to be a homeowner in an easy and affordable way. They have the Fresh Property Joy portfolio, and they are into property management services. They sell litigation freelance. And if you want to take advantage of their premium listing to buy homes, just visit their website. You can rent, you can sell your properties, you can advertise your properties. And if you want a really smooth journey to home ownership, you need to talk to MNC Properties. Call them on 0302 551 917. That is 0302 551 917. MNC Properties, choice of class.
So here's some exciting news from the bank with the coolest tagline, not just another bank. Yes, you heard right. Omnibasic Bank's new tagline is not just another bank, and they're redefining banking with a renewed commitment to making you their cherished partner, the happiest customer. Visit any of their branches to update your records with them, or call 0307086000 or 0302 758 555, or call on toll free 0800 100 790. Omnibasic Bank, not just another bank.
Okay, well, sports coming up, birthdays coming up, and all of the best on the Super Morning Show coming up. Stay tuned.
At his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Shout! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
Imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5789, 5790, 0244 674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
All right, well, it's somebody's birthday. Let's celebrate. Birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, and Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
Now let's see whose birthday it is today. So today is the birthday of John Alex Dadze. Yes, John Alex Dazi. I think he prefers to be known as Muchu. Muchu Dazi. It's your birthday today. My brother from Intin, Kojo. That's an area you know.
That's right.
So for him,
my people.
Happy birthday.
Lower sub.
Happy birthday to you, John Alex Dazi. But today also happens to be the birthday. This one says, happy birthday, happy blissful birthday to a brother like no other. Gameli Mensah, a.k.a. the Monkey Man, and who is vice principal in charge of academics and skills delivery at the Applied Technology Institute, Shianshi, East Legon, inside the same premises as the Ghana TVET headquarters. So is vice principal there. May the Most High Jah bless you with good health, wealth, and long life as you celebrate your birthday today. This is coming from the Mensah, Jakuma, Oko, Mallet, and Wagba families and all loved ones. Your brother Kwame Malcolm sent this one to Gameli Mensah.
Yes, Kojo and Winston, we missed Jacqueline's birthday 2 days ago. Jacqueline and Someone Ebo of Joy News.
Oh, yes.
2 days ago.
Jackie.
Yes.
Wow.
So belated happy birthday to you, Jacqueline.
I heard she was in Kwewu, but I didn't see her.
Yes, she was in Kwewu. She reported from the the paragliding and yes.
I mean, I heard her reports.
And that's lovely.
A belated one also going out to Kafui Kwesiapia, my very good friend in Ketekrache. He introduced me to bee hives and bee farming and honey. And also a happy birthday going out to my sister-in-law, my wife's sister, so my big wife, Edubia Chum. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And finally to Grace Nutako of UNDP. Today's your birthday. Praise. Happy birthday to you.
This one is a happy birthday to Anthony Arthur of Access Bank Head Office. So Anthony Kobna Arthur, who is team lead for marketing and advertising at Access Bank Ghana. God bless your new age and bless you in all your endeavors.
All right, so I'll start with a belated one, and this is to a little girl who turned 8 years old yesterday. Happy birthday to you, Ariel Ajay. This one is from your mom and your dad and your 2 sisters. They certainly wish you more and longer life. And today is the birthday of Lady Diamond, my dear friend Lady Diamond. She's a consummate entrepreneur, and today is her birthday. Happy birthday to you, Lady Diamond. All right then, shall we get on with it?
Yes, we can.
And the Joy Sports Center is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. Franco Trading, still phone Papa Pafi. FPAC blows your pain away. And of course, all of the leagues are live on DSTV. The FA Cup, the Europa Champions League, all of it available live and in HD on DSTV this April and May. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Kojo, late entry.
Okay.
There's a happy birthday to my dearest Teria Korte Papafio. May this milestone be filled with lots of love, grace, and peace for you. May God lift you to the heights for which He has ordained you to be. You know, I love you very much. From your beautiful darling, Nah. Hey! Rodamila!
Hey! Let's start again.
Now let me take my time.
Now that we know Rodamila is involved.
This is happy birthday.
Yes.
To my dearest.
Hey.
Teria Korte Papafio.
Terezi.
May this milestone be filled with lots of love, grace, and peace for you. May God lift you to the heights for which He has ordained you to be.
Hey.
You know, I love you. Right?
From
your beautiful darling.
Hey. Hey. So that's the name, Teria Korte Papafio. Terezi Korte Papafizzlington.
The simple caveat is that no disappointment.
Hey.
To Teria Papafio.
We are telling him
no disappointment.
If he tries, we will try him.
If he tries,
we'll try him in a court of law.
Come to work yesterday.
Now, Fentio, what has Nas not coming to work yesterday got to do with the birthday?
I think it's relevant.
Very relevant.
I think
no. What has that got to do with the birthday?
It suggests that
Terezi was working.
Terezi was working, eh?
Yes.
Wait.
Overtime.
Is he a member of our organization?
No,
How do you know?
Oh, we don't even know.
How do we know?
Wait, don't you know the members of staff?
How do we know Terezi was working?
How do we know? We have nearly 700 staff. I can't know everybody.
So you don't know.
Hey,
that is Fentio not knowing.
Yo,
do you know?
I do not know him.
Okay.
Anyway. What I do know is that Nas says, "You know, I love you, right?"
Is that a question? Should we answer the question?
I don't know why she's asking.
It's a year puzzle.
She's inquiring. It's an inquiry. Papa.
I didn't know her mouth was sweet like that, Rhoda.
Terezi Korte Papafizzlington.
No,
all right.
He's doing a lot of things right.
Papa. Okay, all right. So listen, at some point today, make some time, stop by Franco Trading, go and check out their amazing array of mobile phone options like Nokia, Samsung, iPhones. You can get yourself a smart TV from 32 to 100 inches wide. You can also get yourself their Franco air conditioners, 1.5 to 2.5 horsepower. They've got chest freezers, refrigerators, washing machines, microwaves, as well as blenders, CCTV systems with some really great features. All of this available at a 40% discount if you buy on their mobile platforms, their electronic platforms. Now, here's what you can do. You can call them on 0246 422 338 or download the Franco Trading app from the Google Play Store. Alternatively, just go to francotrading.com to learn more. Still, phone Papa Pafi.
Yeah, Francophone Papa Pafi. And friends, over the weekend I saw a video of Kamal Dean tackling Kudus.
Yes. We don't play here.
Go score the team.
Charlie, they are best friends off the pitch, but on the pitch we don't play here.
He tackled the brother.
He kicked him from behind. I saw the video.
Anyway, Nottingham. My second club is who? Nottingham.
Yesterday they won
because of our Google.
They're back to 10. Yes.
So now we are going.
Champions League football.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Manchester United, they can't even get relegated now. Have Nottingham.
Good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Centre with me, Fentio, Tahiru Fentio. Coming up,
Murillo scored an own goal in this fixture last season. Forest lost 3-1. And Wood's going in again. This time it's in the net and it's going to count. Chris Wood got the touch. Vicario was nowhere, And the Forest fans didn't have to wait too long for a legitimate second goal.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest, they have moved back into third place in the Premier League after urging Spurs for a crucial win in the race for Champions League football next season. 2 more teams are back to the Premier League. Leeds United and Burnley confirmed their places in next season's Premier League with critical wins last night. Also, we'll look ahead to tonight's big clash between Man City and Aston Villa, a game that Pep Guardiola described as a final as they chase Champions League football. But we start here at home, where there's drama aplenty in Kumasi, where Kumasi Asante Kotoko have sacked their head coach Prosper Ogum with only 6 games to the end of the season, and with a crucial MTN FA Cup semi-final clash against Brecum Chelsea to come next month. The club, in a statement yesterday, said Ogum was relieved of his duties after conscientious discussions. Muftar Nabila Abdullahi of the Joy Sports Desk has the rest of the details.
The Porcupine Warriors, in a statement, said that the decision was reached following a constructive discussions between management and Prosper Nathe Ogum. And they said that there's a shared understanding that it is in the best interest of the club for the 2 parties to go their separate ways. Ogum's sacking follows a 2-0 loss against Nations FC on Sunday in the Ghana Premier League. The defeat was the second in a row for Ogum's Kotoko, who are also winless in 4 league matches. Confidence in Ogum hit on all-time low after Sunday's loss left the Porcupine Warriors in a 4th place with 47 points, 6 behind league leaders Viviani Gold Stars. Nations FC win on Sunday was their second of the season against the Porcupine Warriors. The current Kotoko run is the second that they've had this season, following their poor start that they had earlier. And many would recall that Prosper Nathe Ogum won the Ghana Premier League for Kumasi Asante Kotoko about 3 seasons ago under the tutelage of Nana Yaw Amponsa. And in that period, which was in 2022, a report has suggested that he and management could not work together following a meeting, and hence the decision to part company. However, he came back after Nana Yaw Amponsa was relieved of his duties as the Chief Executive Officer of Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
That's Muftar Nabila Abdullah's report. So Ogum leaves then, having won 13 matches and drawn 8, with 7 ending in defeats in his 28 matches in charge of Kotoko this season. They are in search of a replacement already, and Joy Sports understands that Dreams FC boss Abdul Karim Zito is en route to Kumasi as we speak to replace Prosper Ogum on an interim basis, at least until the end of the season. Zito has been working as technical director for Dreams FC at least in the last 8 seasons. Now let's talk youth football now, where yesterday the group stage draw for the 2025 CAF African Schools Football Championship was conducted at the DSTV head office. Lawrence Bedu was there and reports.
The draw ceremony took place in Accra with a host of African legends gracing the occasion, which will see the tournament come to the West African region for the first time. For the girls division, which was conducted by Clementine Turi, host country Ghana have drawn in Group A alongside Morocco, who finished as runners-up during the second edition of the tournament. They are joined by Benin and Malawi in the group. This will be the Black Damsels' first participation in the competition after failing to qualify for the previous 2. In Group B, defending champions South Africa will face tricky oppositions in Uganda, DR Congo, and the Gambia. Former Black Stars captain Asamoah Gyan was the draw assistant for the boys category, which saw Ghana placed in Group A. They will line up against Uganda, South Africa, and Algeria. Defending champions Tanzania will play Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, and DR Congo in Group B, looking to make it back-to-back wins. Jan sees the tournament as a big opportunity for the next generation of African talents.
It's going to help all the aspects of the game. Talking about the coaches, I think journalists, and etc. So it's going to help to boost their experience till they get to where they want to be. At the age of 18, maybe they've had like 5 years experience in journalism and coaching and everything, even in refereeing, so it's going to help us.
With the theme Encourage, Educate and Engage, the CAF African Schools Championship 2025 promises to deliver yet another exciting edition of Africa's best schools football that is equally supported by a series of capacity building programs.
That's Lawrence Baidu's report, and those capacity building programs that he spoke about, one of them is a young reporters program, and 2 of Joy Sports Desk's reporters are participating in that. Lawrence Baidu is one of them, alongside Joseph Ayenga Walter. He's also participating in that 5-day training program for young reporters. The actual football competition will start tomorrow and will run until Saturday, when the final will be played. So you can pass by the University of Ghana Stadium and catch a glimpse of any of those under 15 boys and girls take part in football competitions. Now, still on youth football, the Black Satellites, that's Ghana's under 20 team. Yesterday, they held their first training session in Egypt in readiness for the 2025 Under 20 Africa Cup of Nations, which is set to start this coming weekend. The Ghana Under 20 national team arrived in Cairo over the weekend and have almost 2 weeks to acclimatize with the weather before their first game against DR Congo on May 2. Their head coach is Desmond Ofer. He's happy the team is in Egypt early enough.
We are very fortunate to come early to Egypt to acclimatize. The conditions are really good. The training pitch is really nice. Facility is fantastic, good food. So we are in a good space so that we can really work and focus and try to get to our level as soon as possible. So I think the conditions are really good. Set really well for us to get to our maximum level individually and then collectively as well. So to fine tune what we need to do right now. As you can see, the boys are really enthusiastic about the whole situation. The hunger is there. I don't think we need to motivate them. So in every training session, they are giving 100% and they are ready to give everything for the nation.
That's Desmond Affair, and a good under-20 performance will all go well for the Black Stars, with transition into the senior national team offering a signature of success. And that's why Otuado is paying keen interest in the performance and exploits of this particular under-20 team. He visited them before their departure to Egypt and gave them a parting message.
Everybody's looking up to you to give everything. I know that you have the talent to beat every team. This is for sure. You have a good staff around you, a good coach, so everything is possible. You have to believe in yourself. We will pray for you, and I know you will do it. I don't want to lose too much time for you, but I know you will do it. I know it's going to be tough. Everybody knows it's not easy. You have tough opponents, but believe in yourself, listen to your coaches, and then you will fulfill everything. All the best.
That's Otuado. And Ghana's first game, remember, is against DR Congo on May 2. Now, the first edition of the Easter horse racing event concluded yesterday at the Laboma Beach Hotel. The 3-day event saw more than 40 jockeys thrill the hundreds of fans who gathered to witness the action. President of the Horse Racing Association, Mohamed Jarrah, and the marketing manager of Laboma Beach, Carl Kumejina, have both been expressing their delight at the successful staging of the event.
The people have come very, 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 very well, and we are happy. If we can get such races continuous, I hope we will be very, very, very happy. This year, more, because we are planning organizing every Sunday for the race. So we sit down and put up the date. For everybody to do the date we are starting.
The adrenaline of the races too has been something that we were looking forward to, and then we enjoyed that. And I'll say that Laboma Beach Resort is looking to continue hosting this to support the local horsemen. The races has been, I'll say they were good, and then the good part is Laboma Stable. Our horses won most of the races. It's not host and win, but then our horses are that good.
Let's move on to England now, where Nottingham Forest secured a vital 2-1 away victory against Spurs last night, which sent them up to third on the table with 60 points. They're chasing Champions League football. Spurs, who are in the Europa League semi-finals, are 16th with 37 after an 18th league defeat of the season. But the Spurs boss Ange Postecoglou says his style of play is not the problem.
I don't say anything to the fans. The fans are disappointed. They're probably angry as we are as well. It's too many losses. I know that. I don't need to tell the fans anything. The fans clearly wouldn't be happy with our results, but neither are neither are the players. And from our perspective, it's something we need to accept responsibility that we've fallen short of the standards we need to have. But the flip side of that is the frustrating bit is it's not because of the way we're playing.
Ange Postecoglou, very stubborn indeed. Arsenal are third with 66 points. Remember, Liverpool will win the league this weekend if they can get 3 points from their game. Nottingham Forest are up to third. Newcastle are 4th, Man City 5th, and Chelsea are set in that race for Champions League football. Man City, they take on Aston Villa later tonight in a huge clash, of course. There's also 2 matches in La Liga. Valencia up against Espanyol, and Barcelona face Mallorca at 7:30 p.m. But yesterday, while some teams are going down, others are coming up. 2 teams have been relegated already. Leicester City joined Southampton to be relegated from the Premier League. And yesterday, we had 2 more teams to have been promoted to replace them. Leeds United, they've been promoted back to the Premier League after 2 years in the Championships. The Whites secured promotion with 2 games to spare after Sheffield United lost at 2nd place, Burnley, a result which meant the Clarets themselves have also confirmed their return to the Premier League. So Burnley and Leeds United are back, and Burnley's record incredible. They are coached by the former Fulham and Chelsea midfielder Scott Parker, who also got Fulham promoted. And their records this season, in 44 games, Burnley have only conceded 15 goals, and they've not lost a game in their last 31 to get promotion.
Scott Parker.
Yeah.
Oh,
you remember him?
Well, I know him. How many years did he spend at Chelsea?
I think like a season or 2.
Yeah.
Very short spell. He was most noted for his time at Fulham.
Yes. They will go back right now.
He got Fulham and took them back.
Yes, the guy that when he was going to play in the Premier for England, they did a whole feature. You know how the you should.
Hey, Winston, you don't forget this crowd.
How do I forget things? They actually went into his family.
Oh God!
And you must like the British media for that, Charlie.
Oh my God!
They
know how to tell a story.
They told the story.
Yeah.
Scott Parker.
Yeah. He's doing well, especially in the Championship.
He's very good in the Championship. But I think the problem with Championship teams...
He's the second team he's got promoted.
Yes, when they get into the Premier League, is the belief that they can actually use same players to make an impact in the Premier League.
That's a thing. Same mistake company made with Burnley last time out.
So when you get in there, don't go and buy, for instance... academy players from Man City or reserve players who will be sold
need some experience.
Who will be sold to you at say 20 million, 30 million, but they're not there. Okay, so what you need to do is probably go to Portugal. You could go to Belgium. You can go to France.
Get some quality internationals.
Yes, get some quality players and use them.
Yeah,
I know that it's very likely that Jordan Ayew would join one of these teams because. You cannot go into the Championship like that.
That's a conversation we'll have this Friday on Game Plan because we need to ask the question. 3 Ghanaian players have been relegated this season. It's not a good campaign for them at all. Which of them should stay? Which of them should leave? What do you think? There's 3 of them. Kamal Ding is relegated with Southampton. Jordan Ayew and Abdul Fattah Issahaku are relegated with Leicester.
Kamal Ding's problem is his fitness record.
Correct.
If he fixes that, he can play in.
It's his fitness also not a consequence of where he plays.
Maybe.
So perhaps England is too physical for him.
Yeah, exactly. So
maybe he should go to leave, go back to France, perhaps,
back to France.
or even the Netherlands. He was linked to Ajax in January.
He would do a better job there.
Yeah.
So for Kamal Ding, he must leave.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic player.
What about your captain?
Well, Jordan at 33 years now, or getting to 34 years.
32, I think.
Well, Jordan should also leave. But where should he go to?
I think he can go back to France.
He should go back to France. But which team does he go to play for in France?
There would be 1,001 teams that would want him.
Would want Jordan Ayew?
Yeah. I mean, even his brother plays for a team in France. His brother is 36. What are you saying?
He'll be 36 this year, but it's okay. The day Ayew played for Swansea in the Championship, and he was still captain of the Black Stars.
Yeah, and he did really well. That's also true because the Championship is a very high level, to be fair. It's a very high level. And Andre Ayew, when he played there, as you would attest to, he did incredibly well. He had them in the playoff 2 seasons in a row. They were just unfortunate not to get promoted in the period he was there. So, but in the playoff places, Lampard has gone to take Coventry and he's done an incredible job. And it most likely he would get them into the playoff places. Guess who he replaced?
Who?
George Boateng. And they were languishing in the relegation zones.
Let me continue.
He went in there and he's taking them.
George Boateng, our own assistant coach.
Yeah, he was the coach.
Anyway, look, if you're looking for, and talking about sports brought to us by MTN and Standard Chartered Bank, if you're looking for a smarter, more convenient way to stay connected, then it's time to live seamlessly with MTN's eSIM. Now you don't have to carry multiple phones around because with the MTN eSIM, you can have multiple numbers linked to just one smartphone. Just dial *0 #106 hash to check your phone's eligibility. Download my MTN app or visit the MTN website to request for your eSIM. You can also visit any of our service centers nationwide to get easy hands-on assistance. Go seamless with MTN eSIM for convenience and seamless connectivity. So what are we doing today?
And Standard Chartered believes it's essential to take the right steps towards achieving financial stability. And now is the perfect opportunity to set your financial goals and start on the right path. An input from a professional can always make the difference. So talk to them. Standard Chartered Wealth Management Limited Company. They'll give you access to a wide range of investment options that offer you monthly and half-yearly interest payments through diversified investment portfolios. Call them on 0233 000041 or 0200 127755, or visit them on the 4th floor of the Opebia House, Airport, Accra, and speak with their certified investment advisors on what options suit your financial objectives and your risk appetite. So, Kojo, that's 20 billion we want in the next 5 years. Let's go to Standard Chartered Wealth Management.
Please, not old Ghana CDs.
New
America dollars.
Okay.
New America dollars.
In yuan.
And you want
what?
The dollar.
Well, hold on, guys. What's your
Renminbi?
No, what's your country's budget for this year?
Our budget is
290 billion. 290 billion.
So I can't raise my word.
Hold on. It's less than $20 billion. Where do you want to go? Look, let's get interactive this morning. What are you talking? Join us on X. Use the hashtag JoySMS.
You shouldn't be laughing. No.
But what are you guys talking about?
Look, I'm a Joseph. Biblically, you know what Joseph stands for and what Josephs are able to do.
What does it stand for?
I help. Joseph is addition.
Yes.
So it's increase, addition. And this is exponential increase. You see how Joseph transformed the economy of Egypt as an advisor to the Pharaoh?
Okay. Look,
I'm going to transform our economy.
Joseph, let's get interactive. Get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 055-111-1997. Social media messages brought to us by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. Number 10, liver salt, a refreshing relief, and Provident Insurance. With Provident, man, you're covered.
And every day we face different emergencies: police emergencies, fire emergencies, medical emergencies, you name it. Some people are having Easter emergencies because of media music. But you know, it's okay if you don't know your emergency number, but it's very okay if you don't know and you don't attempt to know. So know your emergency numbers, and this is one you really want to remember: *770#. Yes, *770# is the EcoBank Money Emergency Number. It gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bill payments, airtime and data purchases, and so much more. You don't need to be connected to the internet for this. You just dial *770# and you get access to the EcoBank emergency system, and they'll sort you out. No need to panic in any money emergency. EcoBank will come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank.
Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages here on the Super Morning Show.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah, download it. You go enjoy it. In my rhyming chain. In my rhyming chain. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Massa, my head is killing me.
Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know. Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
Right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's now time for the Joy Business Minute, brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG. We stand with you, and Anointed Engineering Services, Anointed the Generator Experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you and Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts. Government is set to engage high-powered officials of Goldfields to ensure smooth takeover of the Diamond Mine in the Western region. Meanwhile, the Ghana Mine Workers Union is demanding a clear strategy from government on how it intends to absorb affected workers of the mine following Goldfields' decision to shut down operations after the government declined to extend the company's mining lease. Audit of 2024 government expenditure and status of structural reforms are expected to dominate Ghana's engagement at the IMF World Bank meetings in Washington, D.C. And the U.S. Commerce Department has announced plans to impose tariffs of up to 3,521% on imports of solar panels from 4 Southeast Asian countries. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you and Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Right, so welcome back. This is still the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And if you're an individual trader looking to expand your business, then look no further, because the Consolidated Bank Ghana Solo Loan is the perfect financial boost for you. Access a loan of up to 200,000 Ghana cedis, Joseph, with no collateral required, and repay conveniently within 12 months. That's a good one for us. Now, the Consolidated Bank Ghana Solo Loan is designed to support your daily operations and ensure the uninterrupted cash flow of your business. Sign up to the Consolidated Bank Ghana Solo Loan today and take your business to the next level. Experience a quick and easy process when you apply. Remember, no collateral is required. For enquiries, visit any Consolidated Bank Ghana branch nationwide or call their contact center 0302-216-000 or via their social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. Email them, talk to us at cbg.com.gh. Terms and conditions have applied. CBG, we stand with you.
And Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into sales of ultra-silent, fuel-efficient diesel generating sets. The sizes range from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA. And they're giving you these generators at competitive prices. For every generator you acquire, you enjoy a 5-year warranty. Winston, 5 years.
That's great.
From Anointed, yeah. And they also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets. Their services include, but not limited to, the following: 24-hour emergency services, sale of genuine spare parts, reliable rental services, professional advice, sales of tower lights and rental. And you can locate their latest branch at Pokuase White House, opposite Eco Block, and the head office at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic lights. They also have 21 branches nationwide, so talk to them today. If you want to learn, they have a training school. They will train you to become a generator expert. If you're an auto mechanic, electrician, if you want to learn controls and solar installations, they offer 80% hands-on training and 20% theory. So take this number, 0243 480 That's 0243 480 Talk to them today. Anointed are the generator experts.
Great. And this morning on Big Stories, brought to us by Telecel Connecting Energies. Kojo, we're still talking about illegal mining.
Yes.
We're going to continue what we started earlier. And so, we've been talking about the destruction of our environment.
Yeah.
And I'm sure many of you...
In plain sight.
Yes.
We are destroying our environment in plain sight. And what I've been doing with you guys off air, which I'm still showing, is I'm taking some of the major highways. For example, the Accra-Kumasi Highway. And usually just about 50 meters from the highway in certain places, you see galamsey happening.
Yeah.
So it's not like people are hiding, even in the forest alone.
Let's go to the immigration office. The district immigration office.
The one around the Tiwa area.
Yes.
Yes.
District immigration office.
Yes, we were looking at the Tiwa area, and we're just zooming into some places, and we saw a district immigration office. Which town was that?
Is it Kwabeng?
Kwabeng. Let me just type Kwabeng in the search so that we find it easily.
Yes,
so
let's
there's a
get to
district
Kwabeng.
immigration office. There's a hospital being built, and yes, this is a place, right?
Yes.
Yes, this is Kwabeng. Yes, in the eastern region. So if I come up here, Winston.
There you have it.
Yes. You see a district immigration office, which is more like a security installation. And right around it, you see action. So if I measure the distance from this immigration office to the Galamsey site, 444 meters.
444 meters.
Less than a kilometer, you see Galamsey happening. And this structure you see here, I want to assume it's not been labeled, but I want to assume it's a health center. It's a health center. And then there is another one being constructed here, which looks like an Agenda 111 facility. Now, right behind the Agenda 111 facility, if I measure the distance from another 400 meters, there is Galamsey happening.
You see,
and this is also less than a kilometer from the highway.
Look, we cannot pretend that we do not see all these things.
Yes.
We can't pretend that we do not see them. Anyway, Kojo, we'll come back to this. We'll also this morning have a conversation about developing our petroleum sector. We'll be joined by the CEO of the Ghana Petroleum Hub Development Corporation, Dr. Tony Obing, here on the Super Morning Show.
And if you are looking for the best value data and voice offers that are tailored to your unique needs, you need to talk to Telecel. They understand that you have your own preference. That's why they've put together the unbeatable Made For Me bundles, made just for you. The Made For Me bundles are affordable, customized data and voice packages personalized for you. So simply dial *530# or download the Telecel Play app to subscribe to your special Made For Me bundle. Telecel, connecting energies.
When we return after these messages, our friends from SG Ghana will be joining us here on the Super Morning Show. We'll be right back.
Auntie T, abeg, fix me gobetete Ghana. No garri, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I fit handle am.
For Telecel, we the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want town. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Are you tired of rising fuel costs and frequent service and maintenance draining your budget? Are you a transport business thinking of the best eco-friendly and cost-saving option for a car? Then switch to the Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. The Cerio Nano 3 EV is proudly marketed and distributed in Ghana by Anointed Engineering Services Limited. The sleek Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle, with its advanced technology and high performance, emits zero emissions because it does not run on fossil fuels. No need to worry about a charging station because you can charge your Cerio at home directly by plugging into the socket. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle offers unmatched comfort, interior design, fast charging, long-lasting battery, and a portable digital ultra-silent genset for backup charging no matter your power situation anywhere. Visit our brand new and ultra-modern showrooms in Accra and Kumasi. In Kumasi, Asukwa, in front of the TAT yard on the Ak Mayanka Road. Call our hotlines on 0544 340589 and 0243 480 334. Anointed also stocks genuine spare parts and delivers after-sales services 24/7 for our Cerio Nano 3 EVs. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. Experience a legacy of luxury modernized. Cerio EV. Go electric.
And the people you are talking to are aware. It's not that they are not aware. They are aware that some of you are participating in it. So please, first desist from doing it yourself. Don't go to them for the money for your campaigns. Don't go to solicit their votes. Let them see you work. Truly, it's a disgrace that we've gone to this far. Look at the water. Horrible. But that is no problem. It's only expensive. Well, annually, the water we get as a country can refill all these rivers. But how do you do away with what has already been polluted? And the environment, how do you repair the damage? That is the challenge we have.
If we stop mining in a river, within 5 years, if we stop, the river can recover sufficiently well. Fishes will come back, the flora and fauna around the rivers will recover. So 5 years, I would say, for water body. Although the mercury will stay in a very, very long time. When we destroy the soil, then we're talking of 3,000 years. Forest will take over 50 years for the forest to recover or more. So the issue is serious. That's why we need to fix the problem now. Takes over 200 years for the rocks to break down to form 1 centimeter of soil, and it takes over 3,000 years before the degraded land can support any form of meaningful agriculture. So the distractions today will pay the price for the next 3,000 years if we destroy the land.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best.
Wake up to the Super Morning Show. The joy in the morning. Yeah, if you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
In the morning time, yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show, yeah. Wake up to joy in the morning, yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
In the morning time, yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show, yeah. Wake up to joy.
And this is music from Alun Wad. I don't understand the language he's speaking, but I love the song. And you know the SG Ghana Jazz and World Music Festival is just about to begin. If you love music, that's a festival you don't want to miss. And so before we continue our conversation on Galamsey and before we bring you the conversation on the Petroleum Hub, I'm going to talk to 3 people in the studio about the Jazz and World Music Festival. And then we'll get back into the conversation. I've been joined in the studio by Priscilla Sham, Head of CSR and Sustainability at SG Ghana. Sarah Amoah is the Sales and Sponsorship Officer at Alliance Francaise, Accra. And the music you are listening to is from Alun Wad. He's one of the best musicians you would ever see on any stage. And from tomorrow, he's blessing us at the Alliance Francaise. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Super Morning Show. How are you? I can't hear any of you. Good morning. How are you? Good to have you in the studio with me this morning. So I want to start with you, Alliance Francaise, because you are hosting the event, which is happening tomorrow. It's been 10 years of celebrating the Jazz Music Festival. Tell me about it. How is it going to be this year? What are the plans for the festival this year, and when does it start?
So, for 10 years, Alliance Francaise, Société Générale, we've been Jazz Festival, the Jazz Music Festival. But this year, we are expanding the scope of the festival from jazz to jazz and world music. So we realized that over the years, in Ghana, jazz is something that is known in a very specific community. Yes, so last year we decided to bring an artist from a different genre of music, and we realized that it worked very well. It attracted a diverse audience, and also even those that were there for jazz enjoyed that concept very well. So we decided that, well, why not make it more inclusive this time? So that's why we changed the name from Jazz Festival to Jazz and World Music Festival.
So this time it means you're going to have a lot more artists on the bill, right?
Exactly.
Tell me about some of the artists you're having for this year's event.
So this year, as you already know, we are having Alun Wad, and we are having our own Victor Day Jr. We are having Thomas Dobler from Switzerland. We are having Bagatelle Storm from France. And here in Ghana, we are having the Fra Band, which is very known here. If I say you they feel the vibe, everybody knows to respond that they feel the vibe.
How they feel the vibe.
We are having the Adaha Dance Band. We are having the Sensational Adoma, and many more. Yes. So
you have Victor. It's been a while since I saw him on stage. He's one of my favorite musicians.
Great.
And he seems to be able to play all the instruments. And Adaha is playing.
Yes.
The Fra Band is playing.
Yes.
And Adoma is also playing.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
This is going to be good. So it's starting tomorrow to when?
It's starting tomorrow with an opening concert, and our headline artist for the opening concert is Alun Wad, and we would also have a workshop on Thursday, which would be at 10 a.m. and then at 2 p.m. and then we have the 2 other concert nights on Friday and Saturday, which both start at 6:30 till midnight, till mom calls.
I'll come back to you for you to take us through the itinerary again, who I can see tomorrow, who I can see the next day and all that. But let me go to Priscilla from SG Ghana. Yesterday I was having a conversation with my colleague Winston about how it's difficult to organize good music events these days because it takes a lot of funding to do it and we don't get the support. But you have been supporting the world music, the Jazz and World Music Festival for quite a long time. What motivates you to continue to do that?
Thank you very much. So at Societe Generale, beyond banking, we believe in integrating ourselves in the communities that we find ourselves in. And music is togetherness. It brings a lot of people together. I mean, art and culture is part of the eligibility criteria when it comes to our CSR policy. We like to give back. And contrary to people thinking you only give back to disabled people, people who need help and all of that, sometimes as well it's good to motivate people and bring people together. And Alliance Jazz Festival over the years has done just that. As Sarah said, every time they organize this, you see people coming from all walks of life, coming to relax, coming to enjoy themselves, coming into networking. And this is what we stand for at Societe Generale.
So from 23rd to 26th, we are partying with Societe Generale of the Alliance Française.
Yeah, I like how you put it, yes.
Yes, you need to come and pack that Rafono at Alliance so that whilst we are partying, we hope we our hopes are raised so that we can win it.
All things are possible. All things are possible.
All things are possible. Let me talk to you alone. Is this your first time in Ghana?
No, it's my third time in Ghana.
Your third time in Ghana?
Yeah.
So the jazz festival stage is not new to you?
Well, the first time was last year, the same edition, also the same festival, I mean. And I was in Ghana also. I played there last October. Then this is going to be my number 3, my third time.
How do you feel coming back to Ghana to perform?
Always a pleasure and honor to playing for this wonderful audience that I have in Ghana. I think, yeah, we have this good connection now. They probably understand my music and love it. That's why, you know, I hope I will be back soon again.
Yeah,
I'm sure I will.
What should you expect from you this week?
It's going to be, I think tomorrow will be blast and blessing. Yeah, it's going to be very nice, very exciting. You know, it's not going to be just the music or only the performance, because I bring also since 1 year now I started to release a documentary, a film documentary about jazz and about African history music in United States and in New Orleans. That's why I was there. The first trip was in Ghana last year, and after Ghana, from there we go to Lagos, Nigeria, then I go to Senegal, Saint Louis in France, and New Orleans. It's the way for me to put a light on this West African history that we share with the Afro-American since 300 years now. Yeah. Then we gotta screen the documentary first. Then after we will do the concert. That's why it's gonna be.
So
it's going to be a fantastic.
This time it's
night.
not just going to be music, but
it's not going to be music
as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
On the history of jazz music.
Yeah, the story of jazz music. I think, jazz is more than a music. Jazz is a movement. Is a state of mind. Into jazz we have a lot of history. We don't have. It's not only music. I think jazz is one of the most beautiful things that humanity created since this last 200 years.
Yeah.
Then we share all over the world. That's why it's not going to be just only jazz music, but jazz history, jazz movement tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting.
I have a task for you. This is your 3rd time coming to Ghana to perform.
Yeah.
And on your 3rd time, you should leave with some collaborations with some of the acts who are going to be on the stage. I know the band Fra, they are fantastic. I know Amoah, she's fantastic. Wiyala, she's just on point. All the various groups coming for the event are really good. The Legon Palm Wine Band, I've had them for my events before. So do some collaborations. The Ghana Senegal collaboration, I need to feel it before you leave, okay? So that next year when you come, you perform some of those songs with the people you collaborate with.
Yeah, I think you will get this surprise tomorrow. Just come.
Okay.
When I come to it, I think this is my 3rd time in Ghana. It's going to be the 3rd time that I collaborate with a local band, a Ghanaian band. Then tomorrow I will do 2 songs with the Legon Palm Wine Band also. We already rehearsed yesterday.
That's good to know. So Robo and all the guys.
Exactly, Robo. Yeah.
I'm going to be there tomorrow. I don't want to miss this. But let me come to you, Sarah. So 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. Quickly run us through the itinerary. Is it free? If it's not free, how do people get tickets to come to the events?
Okay, so 23rd is going to be the opening concert, and there would be a documentary screening as well as a virtual art exhibition as well. Alliance Française, we just opened our VR center, so this is also an opportunity to create a virtual experience, and it goes for 200 CDs per night. And on Thursday we are going to have our concert night. We are going to have our workshops for the musicians. That's at 10 a.m. and at 2 p.m. Those are free. And the art exhibition will still be running, so you can walk in at any time and then see the art. And on Friday would be the 2nd concert night. It's also 200 CDs for a ticket, and we'll be having Bagatelle Storm, we'll be having Thomas Dobler, we'll be having Adoma, and we'll be having many other acts. And on Saturday is also the 3rd concert night. It's also 200 CDs for a ticket. But if you are getting 2 or more tickets, you get a discount. So for 2 nights, instead of paying 400, you pay 350, and for 3 nights, instead of paying 600, you pay 550. And to purchase a ticket, you dial *800 *1010 hash.
*800 *1010 hash to buy a ticket.
Yes.
Fantastic. So we are wrapping up. I have Priscilla Sham, head of CSR and sustainability of SG Ghana, Sarah Bois from Alliance Française, and Alun Wad. He's an artist who is performing tomorrow at the Jazz and World Music Festival. Priscilla, final words. It's beginning tomorrow. Expectations. Any final words for listeners?
It's going to be a beautiful experience. Our clients are coming. We are pushing our clients to come. This is why we sponsor. Like Khalid said, music and jazz in particular is a state of mind. It's an experience, you know, and you do better when you're in a good state of mind. So beyond banking, beyond, you know, managing finance and all of that, we like to give our clients an experience, and this is why you should bank with Societe Generale. Not to talk of the rapport you speak about. I mean, as long as you are depositing, your chances of winning are high. So Societe Generale, we are here for you. We are here together, and we go beyond banking with our customers.
Alun, final word for our listeners and your fans.
Yeah, I hope we're gonna enjoy the first evening tomorrow. Then I invite them to come there to join us on stage, and you know, at the Alliance Française. It's going to be perfect.
I'll be sitting at the front.
Please do that.
Cheering you on.
Yeah, then
dancing and shouting
then please,
and singing
yeah.
along. I'll see you tomorrow. And Priscilla, final words.
Sarah.
Sarah, sorry.
Yes, so don't miss it. Come for all the 3 concert nights. Each night is going to be unique. Pass by for the virtual art exhibition, and also if you're a musician, you want to learn something new, pass by for the workshops. Yeah, and it's going to be a memorable experience.
Yes, this is on the side though. Your VR lab or the VR space, is it open throughout the week? Can people come and enjoy the VR space? Children, adults, who is allowed to come there?
Of course, it's open to the general public.
Okay, I'll be there. Thank you very much. So the Jazz and World Music Festival is happening. It begins tomorrow at Alliance Française. Star 800 star 1010 hash. You dial this number to get your tickets. It's sponsored by SG Ghana and our other partners. Try to be there tomorrow. Be there tomorrow. Be there the next day, and the other day, and enjoy the 3 days of good music, and one day for the what do you call it?
Workshops.
The workshops. Yes. And reset your soul with good music at Alliance Française. Thank you very much, Sarah, Priscilla, and Alun. I wish you all the best. I'll see you.
In the morning, yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy.
opportunities powered by Jackson Institute of Technology. Jackson Institute of Technology is shaping futures with hands-on IT training for youth, students, and professionals. Courses include cybersecurity, Python programming, data analytics, networking and hardware essentials, and Microsoft Office Suite. We offer flexible schedules, affordable payment plans, and expert trainers with globally recognized certifications. Scholarships are available for women and girls. Sign up early to grab yours. You can locate us in Accra at Abna Atia Towers, Ring Road Central, or you can call us to enroll on 059-699-6037 or 059-699-6042. Take the first step towards your dream career with Jackson Institute of Technology, where your tech future begins.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kale Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white when it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kale Charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kale Charcoal toothpaste. Kale Charcoal toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kale, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome to Spintex Plaza, where living and working blend seamlessly.
Spintex Plaza, the place to be. Furnished apartments feel so free.
Imagine coming home to a luxurious furnished apartment with everything you need.
Rooftop pool, swim under the sky. Rooftop bar where the good times fly. Rooftop gym, get fit and strong. Spintex Plaza, you can't go wrong.
Spintex Plaza, your home, your work, your lifestyle. Come see us today or call us on 0241 327 363. www.spintexplaza.net. Building or renovating? Look no further. At Interface Limited, we have everything you need to create stunning spaces.
Transform your interiors with our top quality plasterboards, acoustic ceilings, and cement boards.
Step into style with our exquisite laminate and engineered floors. And for your data centers, durable raised access floors.
Elevate your outdoor spaces with our WPC decking and fencing.
Protect your home with our beautiful and reliable roof shingles, insulation, canopies, and PVC fascia boards.
Add a touch of elegance with our beautiful POP cornices and roses.
Quality, affordability, and style all in one place. Building a better Ghana, one space at a time. Visit www.interfacelimited.net or call 0274 999 999.
Don't miss out on Electroland Extravaganza Easter promotion. Buy and get whooping discounts in our Samsung Easter promotion. Get awesome deals in Media Easter Bonanza. Now, starting from $4.99 Ghana cedis, you will get a NASCO burner. With 1,599 Ghana cedis, you will get a 32-inch NASCO LED TV. NASCO top mount freezers start from 1,799 Ghana cedis, and NASCO chest freezers from 2,599 Ghana cedis. You will get a free desktop computer if you buy our selected NASCO 6kg, 7kg, 8kg, or 10kg washing machine. Rush to EGL and authorized dealer showrooms across Ghana for exciting offers. Terms and conditions apply. Electroland Ghana Limited, home of luxury and affordable electronics.
In the morning time, yeah. Wake up to the super morning show, yeah. Wake up to joy in the morning, yeah. If you're turning on your radio,
Tuesday morning. It's always a good time for Shaggy, isn't it?
Is it Tuesday? I thought it was Monday.
No, today is Tuesday.
Boga.
In
the words of the former roads minister, hurry up. You are lagging behind. Catch up.
For some, it's Monday because they are starting work.
It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday for educational purposes. It is Tuesday. Yes. Oh goodness! But it's been a lovely long weekend, hasn't it? Oh goodness.
For you.
I was working for most of it. You know, up on the mountain.
Work and happiness.
It was nice.
I will do my best.
It's not a bad place to be working. Cool, you know. Especially at Easter.
These days you can work wherever you find yourself. The Gen Zs prefer to
work from home.
I was at a World Bank event and someone asked the question, so who will become their leaders? And I thought, but they will have leaders. Someone said also, in enterprise or entities where they cannot work from home, what would they do?
You work from the office.
But they like to work from home.
Like if you want to refine petroleum, 900,000 barrels of petroleum a day.
How can you do it from home?
How can you do it from home? If you want to construct a canal at the Petroleum Hub,
how can you do it from home?
You can use 5G technology to construct
it
an
at
excavator.
Home. But you are now confusing us. Anyway, today we're going to learn all about the Petroleum Hub. Okay, this is a corporation that has been set up particularly to develop, the petroleum sector in Ghana and maximize its benefits for the nation. Dr. Tony Obin has been asked to run it, and he's here with us to tell us all there is to learn about it. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning, Kojo.
Afishiapa is in order.
Yes, for us Catholics, this is our Afi.
Yes.
So Afishapa.
Okay.
So they say Roman for Jesus.
Oh.
But it had to happen so that we will be free. We will all be free.
Amen.
Sure.
Anyway, so here we are. Dr. Obin is going to educate us extensively on the Petroleum Hub. We've all got questions. We've all got things we want to know about it. And I'm sure you have too. So send them through. Use the hashtag JoySMS when you post on X. Or send them through to us on WhatsApp, 055 1111 997. Now look, we all want more. A little more sleep before the alarm goes off. A little more time to finish that project. A little more butter on our bread. Yeah. Because let's be honest, more is always better, right? Take me, for example. He's living a life of more thanks to the ABSA Ultimate account. This account is not just an account. No, it is a product that Ni is using as a license to have more. So ABSA's Ultimate account will give you retrenchment insurance, okay, to cover about 50,000 Ghana cedis. You also get hospital cashback benefits, not forgetting access to seamless digital solutions, and travel insurance of 1 million Ghana cedis, as well as over 30 other benefits, all of them on this account. So if you want more, well, of course you do, then more is always better. So sign up now for an Ultimate account today and get more. Your story matters. ABSA.
And if you're tired of power outages or high electricity bills, then switch to Moved Solar Energy for reliable, affordable and sustainable solar solutions. Now they specialize in the sale, installation and maintenance of premium solar panels, durable moved inverters and long-lasting batteries, all backed by a 2-year warranty. And Kojo, we need to make our visit because with Moved Solar Energy, you enjoy uninterrupted power supply, reduced energy cost, and contribute to a greener environment. So contact them today on 0543 062503 or 0538 108 109, or visit them at Tantra Hill around St. John Methodist Church for a free consultation. Do not wait. Make that switch to solar energy today. Move Solar Energy, powering your future with the sun.
Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, announces for the information of the general public, especially insurance companies, insurance brokerage firms, agents, payment gateways, insurance policy holders, and all other relevant persons in the industry that with the passage of the Value Added Tax Amendment Act 2023, Act 1107, on 29th December 2023, the supply of non-life insurance products should attract value-added tax and applicable levies. Now, paragraph 19 of the first schedule to the Value Added Tax Act, as amended, designates the supply of financial services to exclude non-life insurance, where non-life insurance is defined to exclude motor insurance policies. So in line with this amendment, GRA will, effective Tuesday, 1st April 2025, commence the implementation of the Value Added Tax Act, that is Act 1107. All entities in the insurance sector who make non-life insurance supplies should visit the nearest tax service center to register for VAT and charge the tax from the effective date. GRA continues to engage all relevant stakeholders on the scope and application of the tax. If you want more information, visit your nearest tax service center or call GRA toll free on 0800 900 110 or via WhatsApp on 055 299 0000. Or send an email to info@gra.gov.gh.
All right, well, listen, take an opportunity at some point today and go to kingdomstoreonline.com. Get yourself the best quality office essentials, equipment, furniture, and stationery from Kingdom Books. All right, they will let you pay by a Momo across whatever network you're on and order whatever you like from them. They will then deliver to you in really, really good time. Now, if you happen to live in Accra or Tema, then your delivery is also free, which is wonderful. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
And this season, Unbelievable is yours to own with DSTV with so much content on offer. Your sport for choice. Get Unbelievable local entertainment with the House of Clue, Shakalembe Season 2 and the Nigerian Idol Season 10, all on Aquaba Magic. Catch unbelievable sporting moments from the Premier League, Champions League, La Liga, Serie A, F1, tennis, and more. Laugh along with unbelievable kids entertainment like Paw Patrol, Bluey, and the SpongeBob SquarePants. What did I say? Bob. And experience unbelievable international shows like Law and Order, Lioness, Special Ops, and Suits LA. So what are you waiting for? Just stay connected by dialing *759# today and own the Unbelievable. DSTV, your home of entertainment. You know, I meet my son watching. One day they're watching a movie and I join them and he says, "But Daddy, you don't watch this. You watch football." I always watch football. That's the usage of the DSTV. Anyway.
And you know, the thing about SpongeBob and all those things, sometimes when they are watching, they want you to join them too.
Yeah, because
and
they tell
you
you
don't
the stories.
get it. Cry, Daddy, do you know this person?
I am told Daddy Pig did this, and I'm like, what's happening? I don't even understand. Anyway, it shall be well.
Now, the Full Gospel Men's Fellowship International is inviting captains of industry, business executives, and the Christian community to the 2025 Argan Bright Partners Fund Convergence Conference. It's happening at the African Regent Hotel in Accra on Wednesday, 23rd April 2025. This will be in two parts. The part one is cocktail and networking from 4 p.m. through to 5 p.m. Part two is the Convergence Conference on the theme, The Future of Ghana's Economy, Strategies for Business Growth and Resilience. The keynote speaker is Dr. Richmond Etuahini, a distinguished business and financial consultant, and the time for that is 5 p.m. through to 8 p.m. Now, the Argan Bright Partnership Fund mobilizes resources to finance the fellowship's program to empower students and youth to overcome addictions and juvenile delinquency, adult literacy for market women, and outreach to taxi, trotro drivers and maids, boys and girls in the ghettos, as well as fisher folk.
Great. So this morning we have the CEO of the Ghana Petroleum Hub Development Corporation. And for many of you, once we discovered oil, it was supposed to help basically deal with all our problems. The expectations were very high. And so we had bodies in place, civil society organizations in place, just to ensure that we manage the oil resources effectively. We have been reminded consistently of the Dutch disease, and we had been informed of how we could go the Norwegian way. Lots of things, lots of conversations. So in the era of the previous administration, I remember very well the former Deputy Energy Minister, Joseph Kojo, particularly saying his greatest achievement would be leading the establishment of the Petroleum Hub Development Corporation. Well, today we're joined by its CEO for us to understand. So it's one thing establishing an entity, it's another ensuring that the entity is able to develop, to actually deliver on its objectives, goals, and targets. Dr. Obin, Good morning once again, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, and let me say good morning to your cherished listeners, and if people are viewers as well. I must quickly say that, and I don't know whether you know it or not, your father, Mr. Amoah, was one of my distinguished formators in life. Two people, incidentally, they all became Amoahs.
Oh, okay.
They, when I talk about formators in my personal life, your father was one of them. He taught me in primary school, Form 1. Those days, the Saito Form 1, Takwa Catholic Boys School. I think he had come out as a young teacher, and he were the first class. And he was just photographer par excellence at his time. He would take photographs of us every term end, and really, my condolences. Sorry for saying this, but
that's okay. I think I had heard stories of you and all the young ones that he taught in those days. That should be around 1973.
I think 73, 74.
Yes.
I went to Form 1 75 because secondary to Form 1 75 from his hands. And then,
yes. I think I should look for the pictures he took of you.
Yes, very beautiful one. My dress was torn. You will see that. And you see the way I stood. See, me too, I know life's more.
Okay, thank you very much. So tell us, Petroleum Development Hub. What is, objectives are, what is it that you've been set up to achieve? Let's start from there before we get into what you're doing now and how you intend to achieve those goals that have been set for you.
Right, thanks. I think in the thinking of the state, which was led by the previous administration, we need to move away from the crude exploitation of our natural resources, mineral resources, and even the hydrocarbons and all that. So the idea was to add value. So the hub was to create an integrated petrochemical industry complex in a particular location that has been carefully chosen to build a complex there, and to create a situation of Rotterdam in Jomoro. So the whole idea was to add value, to industrialize through our hydrocarbons, set up jetties, and these jetties will be the kind of harbors that will take vessels that come to take product from there, set up refineries, and in the view of the hub, there will be 3 refineries refining a certain capacity of oil. The oil must not necessarily come from Ghana. It could come from anywhere. I always say that if you go to Switzerland, they don't produce gold there, but you have gold refineries there. So they get the gold from elsewhere to refine. It's a different business of its own. And then the refineries, you also want to set up petroleum tank of oil tanks, and then petrochemical plants, 5 of them, to be established at the hub. So you could see that the whole spectrum of getting the crude oil to the end user would be found there in a particular hub, in the hub. So that is really the idea behind the hub. And this hub is not just machines that are turning out raw materials. It's a whole township. It's a whole industrial complex. And if you look at the image that I have seen myself, we're looking at quaternal hospitals, we're looking at hotels. And when I talk about quaternal hospitals, the hospital engineers will tell you that they're a top-notch hospital.
Like UGMC level?
Yes, that level. We're also looking at hotels that befit the hub. So I mentioned Rotterdam. That's just the image. If you have been to Rotterdam before, you see the image. And I think the planners also had the image of Rotterdam or Las Palmas in mind. So that's the kind of thing. Now, fortunately, President Mahama had already said that anything that was started by the previous government, that he found to be good for the nation, he will continue. And this is part of the areas that the president has emphasized that we try to actually bring that to reality. The previous government crystallized the idea. They started acquiring the land and all that, but a few things were not completed. Obviously, they are not around to have completed it. And so, since the president, the present president, President Mahama, really want industrialization. In fact, industrialization is one of his key dreams for Ghana. We thought that was something we need to focus on and get it out.
Great. So I see the Act establishing the Corporation, Act 1053.
1053. Act. The lawyers will start with the year.
Yes.
And then the Act itself.
Yes. 2020.
Yes.
Act 1053.
Yes.
And your functions include to plan and implement strategies for the development of the hub in the country, undertake preparatory works for the promotion and development of the hub, facilitate the provision of basic utilities for companies and service providers for the development of the hub, as well as assisting those that seek to operate in the hub. So I get your functions. You've indicated clearly that it's a hub, and entities are going to come in there.
Yeah.
And your responsibility per Section 3 is to undertake preparatory work for the promotion and development of the hub. Have you done that?
Well, that's exactly what we're doing. It started even before me, and part of the preparatory work was to acquire the land, and the land has, in theory, been acquired. There's 20,000 acre land that has been earmarked for the project. Some negotiations have gone on, some consultations and engagements have gone on. So it's a preparatory.
Have you paid for the land? Do you have the land? Is it yours? Can you use it?
Okay. I would say no, not yet, because the law, our laws allow for government to use its in quote muscles to acquire land anywhere in Ghana for the benefit of Ghanaians. If government found out that this project is so good and that it will benefit Ghanaians, it could use the law to acquire the piece of land. And that is what the government started doing. But that acquisition doesn't become complete until you have paid or demonstrated your ability to pay compensation. Because you don't just go and take the land, you take, but you pay compensation. That has not been done, unfortunately. I recall that just, I think in November or October, thereabout, forgotten a particular month, when the tape for the project was cut by His Excellency, the former president. He said that, and I like quoting part of what he said. He said, on this note, I have instructed my finance minister to release 200 million Ghana cedis to commence the payment of compensation. Unfortunately, that was not done, and I don't know whose fault was it, whether the president did not have information about what was available, or the minister then did not follow the instructions of the president. That has not been done. So that is a big challenge, and that is what His Excellency the President has tasked us to find any way, means possible to begin the compensation of payment of the compensation due them. The entire amount that will be required is about 1.2 billion Ghana cedis. That will be paid in tranches, I think in 4 tranches. And so if we started with 300 million or 20 million dollars, we'll be fine. So we are close to securing the 300 million Ghana cedis to start compensation. So we haven't yet settled
this 1.2 billion cedis. What will it be used for specifically?
For the entire acquisition process. You pay compensation for people whose farms and properties are there. You pay compensation for the land itself. And then also there are some people who may have to be resettled. Some people would have to be moved from where they are to other places, and so all these will take care of that. There should also be initial preparation of the land. You just don't prepare, you just don't acquire the land. You need to service it in a way that investors who come will not come to see ordinary crude.
So this
land.
1.2 includes the land lease,
yes,
resettlement,
yes,
payment for property on the land, including farms,
precisely,
and then provision of infrastructure. Is that it? Because you just said servicing. And
yes,
servicing is infrastructure.
That's right. That's correct.
So roads, electricity access,
that's right,
drainage improvement,
that's right,
all that is part of this 1.2 billion
right,
Ghana
that's
cedis.
right, that's right.
Now, what's the plan for the land when government acquires this land, and later Kojo and Winston Petroleum Holdings wants to invest in the space? Would you sublease the land to us at a fee, or you're going to use this land as a form of subsidy so that businesses want land, government has the land, so you come take land and invest in this particular area to enable economic activity? How are you going to approach it?
We are looking at various models. In fact, we are open to various models. You know that in Ghana, we don't, apart from government, you don't lease land beyond 99 years if you're Ghanaian, and that's for Ghanaians. And then for foreigners, you don't lease land beyond 50 years. So if Winston, who is from Papua New Guinea, not a Ghanaian, want to do that, there is always going to be that issue. Fortunately, the program is such that once you have your 50-year lease, government will subsequently renew the lease to you 50, 30 and things like that. There are various models that we are open to. We are open to build, operate and transfer. We are open to build, operate and own, depending on whether government decides to take equity in the project. It's not everything that government will be interested to take equity, but if it becomes necessary for government to take equity, then you may have the build, operate and own, because government will be owners as well of that. And so these models are available for negotiations. If you come and we sit down with you, we'll look at whether government should use land as an equity, or we make the land to you on lease.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with this investment, how much are we looking at getting back annually from the Petroleum Hub Development Company, and when do we foresee this hub really taking off with activity that gives back to the economy?
I tell you, I see a game-changing project in this petroleum hub, because at the completion of the hub, the expectation is that about close to 800,000 jobs would have been created.
800,000 jobs.
I have been joking that the only single business in Ghana that can compete with that will be maybe galamsey. But please don't say it anywhere, because everybody is doing it. So it's like everybody can work there. But I mean, joke aside, it's going to create about almost 800,000 jobs, which is big. It's going to boost the economy by about 70% or so. And obviously, government is going to be making, raising revenues out of that. Now, I told you that there are a lot of ancillary activities, ancillary services that will be available, and they will operate as regular businesses that will make taxes available to government. But I must say that this is also operating on, or it's going to operate on the free zones model as well, which means that if you were a refinery company, if you own a refinery, you would have to export about 70% of your product and keep 30% for our consumption. So a lot of activities are likely to come up if things work.
Kojo, there are 800,000 jobs. If you look at the current population of the Western region, we are looking at almost 40% of the population of the Western region. 800,000 jobs. That would also mean a lot of housing and a lot of infrastructure. But over to you, Kojo.
Yeah. So 20,000 acres, is that right?
Yes.
Why 20,000 acres? I ask this because I'm looking at the size of our petroleum sector, right, and the amount of oil we expect to bring out of the sea there. There are some who estimate that with 5,000 acres, we could provide all the facilities needed to service that amount of oil. Why 20,000? Can you give us a breakdown of what went into the calculation of how much land is being acquired for this project?
Okay. You know, the 20,000 acres was carefully chosen. It is true that the size of the hub that we are envisaging could actually, we need about roughly 8,000, 9,000 to do that. However, we have about 8,000 of the piece of land which contain eco-sensitive resources there. We have lagoons, we have wetlands and all that. I think closely 8,000 acres. Now, if the hub left it there without protection, so the 8,000 will not be used at all. It will just be protected, and the hub would have to take responsibility of its protection. Otherwise, can you imagine if the hub said, okay, that 7,000 that maybe front the hub, 7,000 acres of eco-sensitive land that fronts the land will be left, and hopefully there's no gold there, and there were gold there. You see how people will just go in there and do whatever they want to do. So the idea,
I mean, that hasn't happened yet. Why does government think it will?
Yeah, the idea is to protect. I mean, it's not about the activity that is going to happen there, but that place has to be protected. Government will have to protect it anyway. So it is just that the hub has taken the responsibility because of contiguity. We're very close to it. They are it's just part of the land. And they could have said, oh, as for the 7,000, 8,000, we don't need it. And that might be less costly. However, it would also mean that opening the place up for anything, even though government would have to protect it anyway. So huge part of it is for protection. And then it's also a typical technical requirement that a hub would have to have a buffer. So if you have about 2,000 acres of buffer, so the land is really not needlessly acquired because you don't want to pay more for your business. But as a state-led activity, it will be business-led, I mean private sector-led in terms of its own construction. But for it being run generally, the state has a responsibility to protect some of the things that it ought to protect.
Right.
So that is the reason for it.
Okay. Well, let's hope the state protects it better than we've protected our forest reserves so far. Now, I have to ask you this. We've seen private attempts to build a petroleum city, if you will, with the same concept that, they wanted a place of, infrastructural convenience for the petroleum sector, so the private people could come and invest, and there'd be hotels, and there would be all sorts of facilities for the benefit of the petroleum sector. I think Nana Kwame Bediako started a project like that over a decade ago. Nothing came of it. Have there been sufficient feasibility studies to determine that there will indeed be an appetite for investment so that this project will not end up never getting off the blocks?
Right. I think that there has been enough of work done in the area. A lot of work, feasibility studies done, and in fact, investors showing interest. I came to meet an MOU of about $12 billion between a consortium of investors and Ghana. So that appetite is there. You can see the people, even since I came, I've been receiving calls, I've been receiving requests to come and meet with my office and all that. So the desire is there. I think what you need is a drive or a driver. We need that because at the moment you have the hub operating as a government private sector. Yes, the hub is operating as a government private sector. So we use that image of government and also operating with a sense of agency, a private sector agency, to encourage people to come and take advantage of what promises to be a game-changing project. So we're very hopeful that it's the way to go. The kind of impact on the economy will be great. A lot of jobs to be created. I am keen to seeing our Ghanaian entrepreneurs showing interest, so that not only in the ancillary works like building the roads and settlement, of course that's a huge area of investment, but also maybe coming together to build refineries or build a petrochemical plant for the production of fertilizer or plastics or whatever that has to be produced. But before I even go forward, the hub works under the Ministry of Energy, and now the President Mahama has added green transition. Mm-hmm. So it might sound contradictory if we are working on fossil at this time. First of all, fossil is not leaving us anywhere soon, anytime soon. The American president said drill baby drill, so it means that fossil is not leaving us anytime soon. But also we are carefully doing things that will also complement the need for green transition. For instance, in the designs that we have, a lot of the ancillary project will use solar or green energy. And exactly the reason why we are also protecting the environment, the eco-sensitive areas. So it's a blend. It's a blend of the green transition and where we are in terms of the use of fossil fuel.
Right. Dr. Obing, you sound hopeful that this project will not go the way of previous attempts. But have you studied the previous attempts to understand why they failed so as to mitigate those outcomes in our case?
You see, I'm a program of hope, so you must always be hopeful. Otherwise, you won't be driven by anything. Yes, we have some understanding. The private one that started, I think it was driven by someone who really had a drive. But this one has a government backing. This one has a government acquiring land where once we have access to a clean title to land, an investor will not come fearing that he would have litigations on land. Investors are very coward. They will send their investment into places that they are comfortable with. So I think this provides a very strong bulwark for it to go on. And also the determination and excitement. It is not a side activity. It is a main activity, and therefore that drives our hope that inshallah it will come to force.
Interesting. So, Doc, what numbers are we looking at when it comes to refining petroleum in Ghana? Because I know that's one of the key things that the Petroleum Hub wants to do.
Yes.
What's the target?
Yes. We are looking at various, I think the 3 refineries, they're going to produce about 300,000 barrels
per day.
So
each refinery
day. Yes.
is going to produce.
So we are looking at
900,000
a day.
Our current crude oil production is less than 200,000 barrels per day, and we know that the businesses drilling oil within our waters also have contractual agreements. So what strategy are we going to use to ensure that we get the crude to supply these places to enable us to produce? I'm asking this because the leading exporters of crude, for example, there's Saudi Arabia, there's United States, there's Russia. Just next door in Nigeria, Dangote has a 600,000 barrel per day crude refinery facility. What really is the strategy if we put in place this infrastructure? Are we putting in the work to ensure we get the raw material to process here, to keep the plants running?
Okay, let me just clarify that government is not putting up the refineries.
Yes.
So we have done some feasibility studies to know that it is feasible to do that here. But it will be for private entities who want to do that and who would be satisfied that building a refinery will be their money's worth. Now, the advantage Ghana has is its closeness to everywhere. Africa is discovering a lot of fossil fuels. We are discovering a lot of hydrocarbons. Not too long ago, Namibia discovered some significant quantity of oil. Now, the idea is not to only obligate our internal production, but also to make it possible for people to bring crude from anywhere to refine. It's like the earlier example I gave. I spoke about the fact that Switzerland doesn't produce gold, yet Switzerland refines a lot of gold. So you create that situation for people to come and do that. And when it comes to the petrochemical plants, I mean, you can use a product from various sources to come and process. Fortunately, I think government is building additional gas processing plants, which means that product from gas would also be available in quantities that can be used for the petrochemical plants. So and EFTA, fortunately, we are in a very fortunate situation. African free trade, continental free trade area allows for this free movement of goods and services. So moving crude from Namibia will not be an issue, especially when they know that they can get it refined here and they can get it back at almost no export cost, apart from the cost of transportation. So the opportunities are there, and Ghana is close to anywhere. I mean, Europe,
center of the world.
Yeah. So we have that advantage that we haven't used. Politically, we are relatively stable. Getting to elections time, we make noise. Once the dust settles, we are all back to business. In terms of quality of human beings, relatively, I mean, compared to our neighbors around, we brag that we have good quality human beings. So we do have, and even infrastructure. Our infrastructure is not that much, but if you compare to some other areas, you see that we have gone ahead. Power, for example, the reach of electricity in Ghana is probably second to only South Africa also in Africa.
So, Doc, we'll go for a break. When we return from the break, I need you to also tell us, do you have any commitment from any private sector institutions who are ready to invest in the hub now? Have you signed any MOUs? Have any institutions given you the assurance that if we are investing 1.2 billion as a state, they're also ready to come and invest immediately, so that we don't lock up those funds for a certain period and get the returns immediately?
Yeah, we also want to explore what will happen to the existing value chain. Currently, petroleum products are taken out of this country. Crude is taken out of this country and processed elsewhere. What happens to those businesses? Are we now going to be competing with them? What happens to the value chain? This and more when we return. Stay with us.
In Ghana today, the workforce is changing. That's why the Design and Technology Institute, DTI, is admitting youth who are 16 to 27 years old. As Ghana's first privately owned TVET institution, DTI is offering cutting-edge training to help you develop new skills to meet today's industrial demands. If you are a recent SSS or university graduate, or an applicant looking for relevant career prospects, DTI lets you choose precision welding and fabrication, design innovation, entrepreneurship, and other exciting programs. DTI's unique competency-based curriculum focuses on practical skills and problem solving, ensuring that you graduate prepared to tackle real-world challenges. For more information, visit dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534. You can also pick up application forms at our campus in Mimpasem, East Legon. DTI, wired for jobs.
TCL's Easter promotion. It's big and bold. Buy 50-inch, 55-inch, or 65-inch TCL QLED Pro 4K Smart Android TV, starting from 7,999 Ghana cedis, and get free 32-inch TCL TV. Buy TCL 75-inch, 85-inch, or 98-inch TV and get free 43-inch TCL TV. The bigger the purchase, the better the deal. Buy TCL 115-inch QD Mini LED 4K TV and get a free 85-inch TCL TV. Discount so huge you will feel like a winner. Looking for TCL refrigerators, washing machines, water dispensers, audio soundbar, and more at cool deals? Rush to TCL showrooms and authorized TCL dealers in Ghana before stock runs out. Terms and conditions apply. TCL, inspire greatness.
Sasso, sasso, come tonton preko. Sasso, sasso, come tonton preko. Edrana drami ne buseshe. Yeah, how can see our malaria? Minya me pone me sasso spray. Every mosquito study run away. Come on, tonton preko. Sasso, sasso, mi se come tonton preko. Come on, tonton preko. Sasso, come tonton preko. Nani sham ne die demonstronko.
This advert is FDA approved.
Kids, no running. They grow up so fast.
Come here, guys. Who wants to watch their favorite show on GoTV?
Your family's favorite moments are made better with GoTV's shows. We've got loads of local, international, and kids channels, and all the football you need from the comfort of your home.
You can also watch your favorite shows wherever you are with GoTV Stream. Stick with GoTV and let's go together. GoTV. Love it.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold, and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
As a busy professional, I struggled with back and neck strain from long hours at my desk. To improve my focus, productivity, and well-being, I sought expert advice from the CEO of Expert Office Furnish.
After being in the furniture business for 25 years, I can tell you 2 things that causes back pain in the workspace: bad sitting posture and not sitting on a good chair. I recommend to you the Genevia Beeper chair, the chair that helps you to sit right. When you don't sit right, it beeps for you to be able to sit right. The next will be the Enjoy chair. It takes every body shape and size. Buy a chair that will support your back and give you that comfort to be able to deliver on your job.
Expert Office Furnish offers molding furniture for comfort, productivity, and style. From seating to customized solutions, plus interior decoration services, they've got it all. Find them off the Atomic Hills Estate Road in Ashonman or call 0571 386602 on Facebook and Instagram at Expert Office Furnish.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Come back, it's 9:21. Goodness, going back in time. It's 9:21 on the Super Morning Show, and
I said it was Monday.
When you said it was Monday.
Look at you taking us back.
It happens to us all. Yeah.
No, that's a close
oh, please.
No, it means he's enjoying the conversation.
Yes, that's all.
And he wants us to stay here till what? 12 noon.
Why
and
not?
hand over to the midday news.
Why not? So it's the Super Morning Show. We will finish at 10. And our conversation today is with Dr. Tony Orbin. He, of course, is the newly appointed Petroleum Hub Development Corporation CEO. He's telling us all about the plans for this organization and how they're going to improve the petroleum sector for Ghana. We're continuing that in just a moment, but let me remind you right now that your perfect Sunday just got better. Join your friends this and every Sunday at noon for an unforgettable brunch experience at the Palms, formerly known as Holiday Inn. Okay, all of it is available for just 500 Ghana cedis. Okay, here's what you get: complimentary soft drinks, a sumptuous continental buffet, a rich spread of African favorites, and of course you get live music to elevate the vibe. There's also a beautiful ambience, perfect for relaxing with friends and family. So listen, whether you're celebrating or you're just taking it slow, the Palms is where you need to go every Sunday. That's where your Sunday should begin. So listen, reserve now, because seats really fill up fast. Here are the numbers to call: 055 1000 333 or 055 1000 555.
So looking for a smarter and more convenient way to stay connected? Then it's time to live seamlessly with MTN's eSIM. Now you don't have to carry multiple phones around, because the MTN eSIM, with the MTN eSIM, you can have multiple numbers linked to just one smartphone. Just dial *#06# to check your phone's eligibility. Download my MTN app or visit the MTN website to request for your eSIM. You can also visit any of their service centers nationwide to get easy hands-on assistance. Go seamless with MTN eSIM for convenience and seamless connectivity. So, what are we doing today?
Well, if you are ready to drive innovation and take the next step in your career, for example, grow out to become the Petroleum Hub CEO. Ashesi University is giving you an opportunity to add more value to yourself, build your capacity, combine world-class education with African relevance, and become a leader in every field you choose to be. So apply for an Ashesi University Master's Program today. And regardless of your career aspirations, an Ashesi Master's Program equips you with the skills, the ethics, and network to lead boldly. Applications are open for 2025 cohorts. Learn more at ashesi.edu.gh.
Okay, so listen, it's time now for Africa's Model Scout, and this is the search for that one diamond who is going to take us up onto the world stage. Africa's Model Scout has already begun. It started on the 12th of April, and it's on at 7 p.m., so do not miss out.
Upgrading your office space? Then call the Experts. You want a healthy chair that takes care of your spine? Call Expert Office Furnish Company Limited for your ergonomic swivel chairs today. The ergonomic swivel chairs have intelligent seat cushion with dynamic bionic spine pressure relief design. The dynamic smart motion back support technology is equipped with double wings support chips. These ergonomic swivel chairs have great benefits for your health and spine. At Expert Office Furnish Company Limited, they also have executive desk, cabinets, conference, and all office furniture that suits your budget. Locate them off the Atomic Hills Estate Road on the Asori Junction near ASI Plaza, Ashoman Estates. Call 0571 386600 or 0244 280532. Find them on Facebook at Expert Office Furnish GH, Instagram Expert Office Furnish, Twitter Expert Furnish. Visit their website expertofficefurnish.com. Expert Office Furnish, your health, your wealth.
And if you are ready to dream, dare, and deliver in the world of IT, look no further than Jackson Institute of Technology, the only NIIT authorized training center in Ghana. They provide world-class IT training for individuals and corporate organizations. If you want to learn software development, cybersecurity, networking, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, digital marketing, anything IT, go to Jackson Institute of Technology. And their certificates provide you, they are globally recognized, and their style of training makes you job ready. And they also have flexible hybrid learning options. So, Winston, as you mentioned earlier, Gen Zs, you can stay anywhere in the world and school at JIT. we the OGs, we will go to class. And they are located at the Ring Road near Circle in the heart of Accra's Central Business District. In Kumasi, they are at the Jackson Educational Complex headquarters at Ajasi near KNUST. If you want to rent their state-of-the-art auditorium for your corporate events, seminars, and training sessions, is also available. So call them or WhatsApp them on 059-699-6037, 055-271-4635. Or visit the website jit.edu.gh. JIT, your gateway to a thriving IT career.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on 7 FM.
All right, let's get back into our conversation with Dr. Tony Albin. And of course, he is the CEO of the Petroleum Hub Development Corporation. Is an ambitious project set to be put in place in the Jomoro area. And the idea is to serve our petroleum sector with all the facilities required to move and improve our crude as it comes out of the sea. Okay, Dr. Albin, before the break, we were, learning a lot about this project and how it will unfold. I'm curious about how it will affect the existing value chain. Currently, the companies that mine, drill for oil in Ghana, they take their product elsewhere for it to be processed. If we're going to set up facilities for that to happen here, how does that affect the value chain, and will some people find themselves out of business?
Well, I don't think people will find themselves out of business. This opportunity will be there for other people to use. So it's kind of a competition in a way. I tell you, if it were so clear, so easy for people to refine their oils here in Ghana, I'm sure they would have done that, because business people, apart from those who have previous marketing agreement and all that, they would have done that, because you look at costs, you look at all the benefit that will come from processing your oil in Ghana. I am sure that government, once we move on, government is likely to come up with a condition that part of our oil, the ones drilled in Ghana, would have to be processed at the hub, because that doesn't take anything from you. If you have your oil processed, after that you can take it to wherever you want to take it to. So that is possible. And also the fact that we will have crude from elsewhere, create the opportunity for other businesses to work. I mean, if you would go out, whoever established a refinery would have to look for its crude. Even before we started having drilling for oil, we had a refinery. I think our refinery preceded our finding oil, I mean, in commercial quantity. So I think it will be a business that is underlain by competition, and people will look for the best, and then consumers will also benefit at the end of the day.
And I asked earlier before we went for the break whether we have any commitments from any anchor tenants and businesses now, and what the timelines are with deploying and executing the project.
Yes, I said from the very beginning that even with my arrival in the office, getting a lot of calls, people trying to understand what it is and showing serious interest. I came to meet a $12 billion MOU signed. MOUs are not agreements necessarily, so you can only nurture it. Fortunately, since I came, I've had the opportunity to talk to at least some of the people forming the consortium to be anchor the investors, and they still maintain significant interest in that. In fact, they think we are actually delaying because and the real constraint is the payment of compensation to acquire a clean title to the land. Because it is only when we have a clean title to the land that investors will be confident. And in fact, part of the MOU is also anchored on government getting title to the land. We are even talking to them if they can, out of their 12 billion, provide part to try and start paying the compensation as government works on other sources, and ourselves also working for other sources. Look, we are even talking to banks, and we think these are businesses that our local banks can, 300 million Ghana cedis. We believe that our local banks, and I've had some conversation with some of them, they're looking very positive, coming together, providing the initial funding, and then opening up the space for the investors to come in.
Now, Dr. Obin, in the face of these financial challenges in getting the funding to get a clean title, can we consider making the landowners equity partners of the Petroleum Hub Development Corporation, where they are not taking any upfront funds now, or we give them something small, and whenever there is any partner that comes in, any investor, you have the master plan, so you allocate the land for that particular investor. The investor possibly makes some payment, or whatever arrangement we have would make payment specifically for that, so that we see incremental development in the space.
No, this is a model that we are looking at very carefully. We believe that one option will be pay, get everything, and then it's in your hands. But the other is exactly what you have described. But first, we need to pay compensation for those who have properties on the land. If you have a farm, it has to be paid for. If you have a house, that has to be moved. It has to be moved.
Exactly. So my point now is that if you have a commitment now, and company A, because I'm looking at your map, right? Company A or B is settling in zone A. Then you do your valuation of that particular area, if it's 100 acres, and then you find the funding to pay for that, so that you don't need that 1.2 billion or that 300 billion. You go incrementally.
But I think that will go well with the land, not with the properties, because then you are saying that don't develop your property. If you have a cocoa farm, don't develop it, because once an investor comes, you have to destroy the farm and all that. So it can go well with the land, the actual land itself. But for the properties that are owned, and they are not that much. We are better off getting, paying them and helping them to use whatever has to be paid properly. Because I've witnessed situations where people have received compensation for their farms, big ones, and then within a short period, because probably they could have been better managed, you see that the place has become, the people have become poor.
Dr. Obin, I like timelines for the simple fact that it enables accountability.
Yep.
So, 1.2 billion. You say, if we were to get, say, tranches of 300 million Ghana cedis, we're good to go. So, per your own estimation, when are we looking at getting the land preparation done for these businesses to start moving to the place to start their own projects?
Yes. In fact, the project should have started. Are we in the next quarter? This quarter, the project should have started in this first quarter, and we haven't because of the payment issues. So obviously, it would have to move to the second quarter, hopefully. So once that is done, once we have the 300 million from the anchor agreement that we have, we are good to go.
Okay.
And there will be rippling effect. The ones there's an anchor developer there, others are going to be there. And we have phased the whole project. These phases are not they are not exclusive phases. Phase 1 and phase 2 can go concurrently. So once we have actually started paying the compensation and demonstrating clean title to the land, we hope that there will be some action going on.
Let me just check.
And before you check something again, we are supposed to do this by, we are supposed to complete the place. I'm supposed to see Rotterdam by 2036. 2036. So by 2036, according
10
to
years.
Yes, according to the plan, we would have, completed all this.
And these things you're talking about, I'm just trying to look for I have the budget in my bag. There should just be. Let me look at whether your expenditure was captured in the budget.
No, it wasn't captured for two reasons.
Okay.
One, I think there was no leadership at that time to make the point. Two, in fact, at a point there was this debate that the former president had instructed for 200 million to be released to begin payment. Was it actually released and not paid and all that? So I think that may have influenced the Minister of Finance not to have included it. But we don't need to actually have it from government. We can use private sector to do that. We can, in a way, we can securitize this, with some other things. But I need to be very quick in saying that this will not include sovereign guarantee.
Okay. Except that even if you want to, if you want to use state funds, you'd have to do some environments in there. But I have the budget. But since you say that is not captured in, we'll leave it at that. But also of importance to us, if you talked about you've said yes, these MOUs are not binding agreements, because in the past we have seen multiple MOUs.
Yes.
That ended nowhere.
Of all sorts of programs.
We saw multiple companies that were signed on to the one district, one factory concept
SkyTrain MOU
and everything that never materialized. For that person listening to us today, his question is, how sure? What is it that convinces you, and by extension us? Because if you are to convince us that by the 2036 that you talk about, we will see Rotterdam in Ghana.
Yes, I mean, I think it's first the belief, and then also the practical benefit of it. This is an economic activity that is consistent with the state's own dream. The President of the Republic, President Mahama, has a dream of industrializing the country, creating jobs and all that. So this is consistent with how Ghana want to go. So I have that hope. I think we need a drive, and you can be driven by hope. And I see that it's going to create jobs, it's going to boost the economy, and all that. So we need to get it done. We have to get it done, because it is not about somebody coming to do, coming to just build anything. It is something that is anchored on raw material, our raw material that we produce. It's also anchored on raw material that could be imported easily, especially given the increased discovery of hydrocarbons in Africa lately. And the opportunities are there. We don't have one in Africa. There's none. There's no hub like this in Africa. Why can't we dream and have it?
900,000 barrels. That will put us like top 5 in the world.
We will start.
Okay.
We will start. We will start. But that is the dream. I mean, that's the dream, to get 900,000 barrels.
And 800,000 jobs.
Yes.
We'll be monitoring.
But I don't forget that there will be a core set of jobs that will be created. And there will be ancillary jobs, some spread effect that would also be captured in this.
Well, fingers crossed that these plans come to fruition, and that the best indeed ends up coming from the West. Dr. Tony Obin, thank you very much for your time with us.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay, where deal?
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy.
Hey,
Akoto, but that's not in doubt.
It is in doubt.
Was he not the dance champion of
Anything
1986?
you say about my dance career is in doubt.
No, but was he not the dance champion of 1986?
I don't know.
Your own mentor.
You tell me.
Oh, Slim Bastard.
Okay.
Dance champion.
If you say so.
Yes, what you were trying to be. You were trying to be like.
National dance champion.
Yes. Slim Bastard.
Oh, he has done well.
Then later on he drops, these songs with names of ladies.
Every song of his
has a name there. It's just a way, just to enable him. One of my former boss of mine, Wilson Arthur, says, Slim Bastard. All his songs, the rhythms are probably
danceable.
Good for him. You dance with it.
We like that.
The Girls Prefects of Music Association, Slim Bastard.
Why Girls
the
Prefect?
4x4 guy, Captain Planet.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep mentioning names of women in their songs.
Monica, Canada.
Okay.
Okay.
Kojo,
yes, Auntie.
When you were dancing, which is not in doubt, did you like these songs? Okay, these songs, your dancing preceded these songs, but did you like songs but your dancing was before Slim Bastard dropped Gina and those things.
Okay.
Okay. DJ Betty says we want to drop one Slim Bastard song for you. Before we continue, let's drop this one for you. I know you like this one. Okay. We should finish it. Then we'll drop one because yours was Smooth Criminal Days on a ragga tip. Smooth Criminal is the second song. On a ragga tip is the third song.
What is this?
I forgot the first one.
Somebody was asking me, why do I like to worry Winston like that? And I told him that he's not been listening. He's clearly not been listening.
Look, BHEC Africa Now Snow Green PSP invites you to the TIES Global Edu Fair Ghana 2025, dubbed Study in India, organized in association with Peria African Foundation, High Commission of India in Ghana, and the JCL, set up to provide a great platform for students aspiring higher education prospects. Scheduled in two cities, today, the 22nd of April at Lancaster Hotel, Kumasi, and then tomorrow at the Get Fan Conference Room in Accra, time 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Over 20 participating institutions discover India as a hub for affordable quality education. Come and interact with representatives from India's top universities, explore diverse academic programs and scholarship, receive on-the-spot admissions and career counseling network with alumni and experts. Entry is free, so subscribe to Hoodman Live on YouTube and TikTok for all visuals and live streams. Don't miss this opportunity to unlock world-class education in India.
And Joy News proudly presents the top 10 impact makers. There's extraordinary individuals transforming communities through education, health, girl-child empowerment, and innovation. Now, from after-school programs in Kisiman to mental health advocacy in the Ashanti region through to Solar in the Upper West region, clean water projects, inclusive education, women's empowerment, and more. These are the true agents of change in marginalized communities across the country. Catch their inspiring stories on Joy News as we honor the selfless individuals reshaping lives one step at a time. Now, the Joy News Impact Makers Award is brought to you by Magdan Foundation, Gold Key Properties, MNC Group Global, German Ozone Medical Center, Latex Foam, your partner for life, and the Ghana CEO Summit and Expo, inspiring business leadership and economic transformation. Joy News Impact Makers Awards, celebrating ordinary people, making extraordinary impact.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's back.
Our money, when our money.
Rich man, they chop. The gap between Morris Babyface.
Money, one money.
Yeah.
Well,
it's back.
It's back. It's back
with a vengeance. And Corruption Watch returns for a brand new season. And of course, we all know what Corruption Watch is. It is this amazing segment on the Super Morning Show, comes once a week, where we not only educate you on issues of corruption, but we expose corruption with amazing investigative journalism, which brings to the fore what is happening in darkness. And we've been doing this for God, how many years now? 5 years?
More than that, actually.
Yeah. And it returns with a brand new season. We're very excited. It's something we do in collaboration with CDD Ghana and several other donor agencies. And we can't wait to bring you the new season. What's to be expected?
Well, Kojo, before I tell you what you can expect, you know that in the past we'd had, groundbreaking investigative stories. Such as the expose on corruption at DVLA, there was one on the National Health Insurance Authority, judiciary among others, which led to impactful reforms, improved service delivery, and enhanced accountability. So, what you can expect tomorrow, we'll tell you the purpose of Corruption Watch, and we'll share the exciting new features that you can expect on the show. So there are new features, and please wait patiently for tomorrow.
Yes. I can't wait. I honestly am very, very excited to find out what Corruption Watch has in store for us for the next season. And it all kicks off tomorrow. Make sure you make a date. 8:30 a.m. on the Super Morning Show. Corruption Watch takes over. All right? Okay. Well, I guess this is as good a time as any to, draw down the curtain, put a bow on it, and say thank you very much for joining us for this rather special edition of the Super Morning Show. We've got more coming up tomorrow, but until then, we expect that you'll stay locked right here on Joy for all your favorite programs, right?
Kojo, tomorrow is also the launch of the 9th CEO Summit. Yes, so tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. at the Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel, the 9th CEO Summit would be launched by the Ghana CEO Network. So something that I just, want to bring to your attention.
Perfect. All right. Well,
are you dropping Masharita for Kojo Yankson? Kojo, please do the dance. Okay, do the dance.
I love this song. Actually,
please do the dance.
Masharita. In all your doings, wherever you are across the country,
Chocolita.
Let's work together to fight galamsey.
You were saying, sorry, I'm messing around.
I'm just
while
telling
you're
listeners that
serious.
wherever you find yourself in this country, share information. Let's work together to fight galamsey. It's going to kill us.
And remember,
it's killing us, and it's going to wipe us off the surface of this country if we don't work together to fight it.
Yeah, remember, this is a solvable problem. We have heard from those who are in government today that if it is to be ended in a week, if they want it to end, they can end it in a week. So every day you wake up and it's not ended, just understand it's because they don't want it to end. All right, then, have a good day. Stay with us. Apparently, we're leaving you with something from Slim Buster.